Hey, just from my book, how you doing, sweetheart? Hope everything's going well with you. Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Like I said, it's been a minute, and I got a lot to say. This may be a little long one, so grab your drinks, grab your snacks, go to the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? Do what you gotta do. We got a lot to talk about. We have a lot to talk about. And let me say this from the very beginning. I'm gonna say this throughout the video. Some may like me, some may not like me. Some who tolerate me may no longer choose to tolerate me. And either way, I don't care. But I got a lot to say, a lot been going on. But let's start off with a little story time, y'all. Let's talk about why I haven't been here for a while. And let me go way back circa 1993, 1994. When I first moved to Atlanta, y'all know I moved to Atlanta from the Washington State Northwestern area, which is not very black, I should say. It's predominantly Samoan, Asian, white, with sprinkles of black into it. All this going to come full circle throughout this whole video. Um, Although there's a lot of topics that I'm going to discuss, there's a lot that's going to correlate with each other. And you know what I'm saying, you're going to, if you follow along and if you listen, you're going to see how things go together. Well, Seattle is a place where it is predominantly non-black, I should say. Other Asians, Cambodians. I told you, my sister married a Cambodian guy. I have two Cambodian nieces and nephews. Actually, my oldest nieces and nephews are Cambodian or half Cambodian, half black. You know, so family very diverse. But when I moved down here to Atlanta and went to school, first I moved to get away from everybody. Didn't want to see anybody. Don't want to be around anybody. Was not because I realized that in order for me to change, listen, keep this in mind. Keep listen to what I'm saying. In order for me to be different, I have to change. Not only change who I am, but change my environment. So if I told you I grew up in a not the best circumstances as far as economics and financial was not, in order for me to get out of that pattern, I had to make a conscious decision as a young adult, older teenager, that I need to change. So I decided that's why I decided to go to Morehouse and move down here 3,500 miles away from all of my family when no one else was here but me. So the only person I have to depend on is myself. So that's also going to give you a reason of why I am so independent as who I am and why I don't look for people to give me anything. Because as a young adult, I made a conscious decision to move away and never go back. And I haven't been back yet, knock on wood, in my 48 years of living. But when I first came down here, I've never seen so many black people, or affluent, I should say, black people, or affluent black people down here as I just saw in Atlanta. Because growing anywhere out of Atlanta, you think of Atlanta as a black owned, black ran, quote unquote, city. So you think, at least, hey Deanna, how you know, baby? Um, as I thought back in the days. That was a mindset growing up in Seattle. Coming down here, I realized that the black faces you see, the black faces that are put out there, are merely just puppets. The city actually isn't ran by affluent black people, it's ran by who always run things. White people behind the scenes, they'll throw a black person out there in front to talk, whatever, but the majority of the situation is ran by the others. But when I first moved down to Atlanta, whatever, I moved down to Atlanta and I was in the clubs from Wednesday through Sunday, basically. In the clubs, gay clubs, straight clubs, just taking in all the blackness. You know what I'm saying? That was here in Atlanta. That's here in Atlanta. Just take it in. Just take it in. After a while, I started to realize that these people are that I'm seeing, that I'm running into, that I'm conversing with and talking to and conversing with, things of that nature, really don't have a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? Really don't have the same mindset that I have. Really don't give me what I thought I was looking for, moving to a place that is predominantly black from a place that is not so much predominantly black. So after a while, I slowly pulled myself away from the scene, the club scene, the hanging out scene, the partying scene, things of that nature. And now I'm at a place where it's like, yeah, that's not something that I do. Although I was in it for a minute, I'm out of it for a minute. And I'm saying that, telling you that part of the story or this part of the program or the live to tell y'all or trying to explain to y'all why you haven't seen me on these streets engaging in the bullshit as I used to. Hey, Lena, baby, how you doing, sweetheart? When I first came to YouTube, I guess it was a different environment, something that I wasn't used to. I wasn't used to being in a place where there are people um, engaging with each other in the way that we used to engage with each other with. So I was fully head on, headstrong into it, on it every day, talking about it every day, making videos every day, things of that nature, whatever it may be, when I started making videos. But as time passed, I started to see, and I've been telling y'all this from the very beginning anyway. I'm not like a lot of people on here on YouTube. This is not my life. This is not my entertainment space. I don't come here for entertainment. Well, it's not. I come here to waste time. Pretty much, it's like white noise. And before I pull myself out of the white noise, I was fully head on engaging in white noise. And in the white noise, nothing's really being said. Nothing's really being solved. Nothing's really being talked about. We touch on subjects or touch subjects that were touched on, but what's up, Voodoo? How you doing, baby? But the reality of the situation is it's not a lot of substance here on this YouTube thing in this sector. And on social media in general. There's not a lot of substance on social media in general. So that's why I try to pull myself away from social media and try to start living how I normally live, which is in the real world. You know, seeing things as they are, things of that nature. So that's why I've been gone for a minute. That's why y'all don't see a lot of videos coming from me. Y'all see little things here and there coming from me, popping up, but you don't see me engage fully the way I used to be, and I'm not going to be there because it's just not who I am, not who I want to be, not who I want to show myself as, things of nature. But that was the story time prelude to kind of bring everything together, and I'm going to bring everything I'm talking about back to that not being engaged away as far as being so vested in what's going on here on YouTube. Um, so going through these social media streets was not. There's a lot going on, not just in this sector, but in general all around. And what frustrated me is, or frustrated me is that it seems as though we don't want to get it, and it's fine if you don't want to get it, but at the same time, you can't dip your toe in certain situations and certain subjects where it's not, and not really have a grasp of what's really going on. And I've been doing a lot of researching outside of you know, YouTube. I've been doing a lot of spiritual researching and becoming spiritually aware of who I am, where I stand, and that how the world works. Just a whole bunch of stuff, you know, just a whole bunch of stuff. Just reading and researching and analyzing things of that nature. What's up, Jordana, baby? How you doing, sweetheart? Okay, cool. Um, and y'all may not be aware of this. Y'all may not understand this. Y'all may not be getting this, but there it's always been going on. But it's so prevalent now that there is a, what's the word I'm looking for? A strong campaign. I don't want to say strong, but that's one word that I can to come up of right now. There's a strong campaign to wipe away blackness. There's a strong campaign to disregard and discard our Afrocentrics, Afrocentricity. I'm not trying to say that word. My husband was laughing because I tried to pronounce it the other day, and he started laughing at me. But there's a strong campaign for that, not only here on YouTube in this sector, but across the globe. And I just got in from watching The Little Mermaid. Let's do a quick review on that real quick. The Little Mermaid. It came out last week, 2 weeks ago, and there's a lot. I mean, all this is going to come together. Y'all trust me to stay here with me. It's all going to come together. Y'all know how I do it. And there's a lot of things being talked about for Little Mermaid. Little Mermaid. Now, let me first start off by saying this: I am a Disney kid. I am a Marvel Universe kid. I am a DC Comics kid. I am a cartoon junkie. That should be my name instead of food junkie. But I'm a cartoon junkie, from the GoBots to Transformers to Voltron to He-Man to She-Ra to Thundercats to G.I. Joe to Care Bears to My Little Ponies to Jim and the Holograms, Saturday mornings was my jam. Get a bowl of cereal, turn on TV, and watch my cartoons. Don't don't talk to me for at least 5 hours. Because there was about 10 cartoons that coming back to back to back to back to back to back. Y'all know how it used to be back in the days. CBS, NBC, ABC, those were the ones where cartoons came on. And once one show didn't have this, you go into different channels. It wasn't all these thousands of channels where you gotta think about it. It was three channels you watch cartoons on: NBC, ABC, and CBS, and sometimes Fox. You know what I'm saying? Because they had the Ninja Turtles and stuff like that. From the cat's hole, don't play with me. But so I watched The Little Mermaid animated when it came out. Yes. So I watched The Little Mermaid stuff like that. When it came out. What's up? How you doing, baby? Um, so I watched Little Mermaid when it came out, and that's probably one of my favorite animated Disney movies. Watching, like, listen to the reviews of all these people talking about the Little Mermaid and what they didn't like about it, or how problematic it was, from the racial implications to the sexual implications to the meaning of women situations. Do you not realize, if you actually seen the cartoon animated movie, The Little Mermaid, the live action movie, pretty much follows the same format as the cartoon? I know now that we want to be woke, and it's not right for a woman to give up her voice for a man, and it's not right for, there's another. Having that in the back of my mind while watching this movie, I'm enjoying the movie. First of all, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm singing and dancing with the little songs. Was not that I remember Under the Sea and Part of This World, and Eric had a little song that wasn't in the animated series. I enjoyed his little song as well. Everything. What I'm saying? Eric is the prince, the lead character. Ariel is, of course, the Little Mermaid. And then we have Ursula, then we have Flounder, then we have Scuttle. What I'm saying? Then we have Sebastian. What I'm saying? King type. All those things. What's up, baby? How you doing? Fantastic. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. While all these negative and problematic things that people are saying about the movie are going through my head, watching the movie, enjoying it myself, I'm asking myself, what job is it of a parent, as an adult, as a guardian, to teach your child something that you don't like in something? It's up to us to teach the children, or teach the younger generation, whatever the case may be, the difference between what is reality and what is fantasy. What's up, Miss Creole, baby? How you doing, sweetheart? Wasn't it good? Like, it's good. And if you follow the actual animation story, it pretty much follows the animation story to the T. Am I wrong, Miss Creole? It really is good. And I may go see it again. You know what I'm saying? Because I really thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was kind of dark. The Sea Witch scenes was not dark as in, dark and that, but dark as in moody and lighting and stuff. I think you should have highlighted that, the Sea Witch aspect of it, a little bit more, so we can actually see what it is, that the little things that we see. I think it should have been lighter, like lit better, I should say. But other than that, great movie. But it gets me to think about, what do you get out of what's out there? You get out of it what you choose to get out of it, was not the positive, the good, the bad, and the difference. And I chose to get good out of the movie. Like, I hear people saying that a woman shouldn't lose her voice to chase after a man. Exactly. Yeah, right. There are a couple of things here and there was not, but it followed the movie to the T. So it stayed very true to the animated movie. But the thing of a woman shouldn't lose herself for a man, I didn't get that. Because right now we're so into this climate to where a woman is independent, she don't need nobody. Stand on your own. I got from that lose your voice aspect of it, follow your heart. Follow your heart. Then the whole thing of, you know, and I understand, if don't lose your voice, but it's not because you lose your voice over a man. don't lose your voice because you're not able to express yourself and let people know who you are. And if you do lose your voice and not able to express yourself and let people know who you are, you may miss out on what it is that was meant for you. You may miss out on your soulmate. You may miss out on something that you want because you're not able to verbalize what it is that you want. That's one aspect of it. The aspect of hate to say this without, but people mind now is so crazy to me. They saying, "Oh, she's 16, he's 21, or he's an adult, she's a child." Da, 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 da. In the time period in which the movie played out is not the time period in which it is today. At 16, which age she was, women were considered women at that time. Very much so, Miss Creel. Way too deep in it. Way too deep. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Um, and so it's like, okay, it's not about pedophilia or things of nature or that. It's about connecting with someone who you connect with. And let me play this. Do I believe? Sorry, drinking soda and movie or popcorn like that. Do I believe in that stuff? No, I do not. It's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. But if you look at it from the story aspect of it, she was someone who wanted to get out of where she was. What's up, Mimi? How you doing, baby? She wanted to get out of where she was. She felt trapped. He also felt trapped in where he was. Both of them looking at each other's life basically and seeing all the good in what they don't have was not wishing for something that they don't have. They're not realizing and or respecting what they do have. So if you're not able to see what's in front of you and all you're trying to look at is what's beyond you, you miss out on what you have. For example, her looking at what she had been part of the human world, she missed out on the family connection. She missed out on seeing how much her father truly loved her. She missed out on the relationship she had with her sisters. Because remember the part, Miss Creole, when she said, I don't know who else seen it. Um, very much in common, a lot in common, a lot in common, Juliana, a lot. They were just the same coin, opposite sides of the same coin. Remember when her sister said, her sister was like, well, when she ran away, she was like, where'd she go? Why did she run away? Oh, I guess she's too good to spend time with her older sisters now. It's that longing of relationship and familyship that you think that you miss out on something was not because you don't see what's on the other side. And when you get to the other side, what's not, it's not all correct. What is meant to be. So there's so many. If you want to look for lessons, was not or teaching points and teaching moments in a movie like The Little Mermaid, was not. Look for the positive teaching points that you can take from there, and teach the children that you take to go see this movie was not what it is to understand what you have, respect what you have. You know, it's okay to long away from what was not and strive for what was there, but don't be willing to give up what you have in order for that was not, especially when it's not there to hurt you, but to help you on this journey that you need to be on in life. Then the part, like if you watch the movie, um, when when the covenant or promise or contract was broken between Ariel and Ursula, her father paid the ultimate price for her. He didn't die. He was turned into those little grubs, whatever in the cartoon was. And the whole thing that was lining the hallway or the cavern of what Ursula was. He was turned into that. And y'all think, and people who think that she gave up herself for this man or love could be, when she saw Eric floating on that piece of wood, like damn Leonardo DiCaprio from the Titanic, and she saw the Triton, you know, right. Miss Free, I'm getting to that. I'm getting to that. Because when she saw Eric on the little boat or on the little piece of wood floating, whatnot, and she had a choice to go to him or get her dad's Triton, what did she do? She left Eric on that boat or on the piece of wood and went down there and secured the Triton, her legacy. And when Ursula was killed, or when they killed Ursula, which they did in the movie, the cartoon as well, by running a piece of the long thing to the like spear into exactly. She made a decision to save her dad, which ultimately gave her the freedom that she always longed for. But when she got the Triton and her dad became a merman again, you know what I'm saying? She gracefully handed him back his power, which is the Triton. That for me was honor your mother, honor your father, and all will be okay if it's done with the right set of circumstances. I'm just saying. So that's that aspect of it. And the whole diversity thing of, I heard one person online saying something like, well, they should have explored the races. No, everything's not about race. Everything is not about race. First, people was upset because Errol was black, but then the Queen, Eric's mom, was black. Errol had two black sisters, an Asian sister, all the things. And if you watch the Little Mermaid cartoon, what's up, the hotel? Probably know, baby. If you watch the animated cartoon, all those mermaids, her sisters, were different ethnicities, was not, or different color shades as well. Everything's not about race. While I say and know that this world has a conscious agenda to erase blackness from it, to erase our history from it, some things just enjoy the fucking entertainment. Period. And speaking of erasing our blackness from history, are y'all aware of what's been going on? I posted a little thing on my community page yesterday. Did y'all see that thing I posted yesterday on my community page about Queen Nefertiti? Not Nefertiti, Cleopatra. Right. I know what you meant. Miss Carell. Did y'all see what I posted on my community page about Cleopatra? Since the movie on Netflix, or docu-series, documentary, how you want to call it, on Netflix has been said about Cleopatra, it has been a whole systematic exercise of how to erase a certain culture from certain people. Well, since y'all don't know about it, let me tell you what's going on. There's a docu-series on Netflix called Queen Cleopatra. Jada Pinkett Smith is an executive producer on it, and there's a couple of other people on it, whatever. And they portray Cleopatra as a Afrocentric woman. Now, in the real world, what's going on now in the real world, the Egyptians are in a tizzy. The current Egyptians are in, they're not even mad. It's voodoo. It's further than that. Let me tell you what's been going on. The Egyptians has went so far. The current Egyptians, I'm gonna say, and I won't say all, but online there is a conscious effort to disassociate Egyptians with Africa. Now, we all know about evolution, at least we should. The human condition adapts itself to the environment in which it is in. Which means when you are in hot places, close to the equator, your skin creates melanin over time in order for you to be able to withhold the sun and the heat and adapt to those things where you don't do that. Oh, yes, it's a very dangerous game. It's a very dangerous game. Well, we're not African. We're Egyptian. We're Arabs. Ancient Egyptians had a darker hue. And that's why when James made his first Young Black and African review, and I think it was Nubiology, said something like she couldn't get past the storyline because she was so worried, or so she was still looking at their skin bleaching. And I wrote, between the skin bleaching and the exposed lace, it's a chop for me. It's a chop for me. We have been beaten over the head with the Eurocentric adaptation of what beauty is, that we're willing to erase every aspect of who we are. And not only us who live here in America, the American blacks, y'all know I'm going to get on that in a second. Y'all know I'm going to get on that in a second. There's a lot going on. There's a lot to say. And it all ties in with each other. But even us as the Black Americans, we know that Haitians, Africans, Jamaicans all bleach their skin. Now, granted, I say Black, we are the originals. And like I told somebody the other day, if you have an original painting of a Monet, a Basquiat, Michelangelo, whatever painting you have, the original painting, and I don't care if you have the best copy machine that's made to man. If you make a copy of that original painting, the first copy is going to be damn near identical to that original painting. The second copy, the third copy, the fourth copy on that machine will be close to the original as well. But once you get down to the 100th, the 1,000th copy of that painting, a lot of blaring flaws are going to show. You're going to start to see the imperfections. You're going to start to see fadings and things like that. The color's not going to be as brilliant and as bright as the original. Bow, Miss Creole. And if I say we, hey, Miss Creole, how you doing, baby? If I say we, miss you too, baby. If I say we are the original, meaning we as Black people are the original, why are we allowing copies to tell us we're not good enough? If we as Black people comes in every shade, every hair texture, every eye color, every skin tone, why are we allowing non-originals to tell us that we are not? What's up, my young baby? How you doing, sweetheart? But we have been so ingrained in us, and the world has been so ingrained to think that Black is wrong. Identifying as Black is a flaw, is a negative. Now you have people who live on the continent of Africa. Hey, Treasure, baby, how you doing? I just mentioned you in a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I mentioned your first review about Young Black and African and what I wrote in your comment section. People who live on the continent of Africa is so indoctrinated to the ideocracy of white is better, light is better, that they will go so far as to say they're not even African. But isn't Egypt on the continent of Africa? Y'all know there's sort. I don't want to sound crazy, stupid, because I haven't been to school for so long, but I know that there's 5 oceans and 7 continents. You know, you live, that's like me saying, thank you for being here in the bushes, baby. Um, you are living on the continent of Africa, but you are denouncing that you're African. I talked about this before. The mitochondrial Eve. Y'all know what the mitochondrial Eve is? That was the first female human skeleton to date, dated by what's it called? The dating stuff that they come up with dates of bones, stuff like that is. It's called the mitochondrial Eve. Was found in sub-Saharan Africa. Which means that all of us, regardless of your skin tone or race or nationality, was not, is derived from that DNA. Like from people are like, oh well, Chinese aren't black. Well, oh, thank you, Ms. Creel. Correct, because I don't want to sound crazy trying to sound intelligent. Trying to sound intelligent, sounding crazy as hell. Don't even know my oceans and continents. But now don't ask me to name them all now. Don't ask me to name them. But it's crazy how people are like, well, there was a whole movement several years ago where they took DNA from about 1,000 Chinese people, was not, and all of their DNA had a trace of the mitochondrial Eve's DNA in it. They could be traced back to the mitochondrial Eve. And they were mad because they were black. Y'all don't see how they want to erase our blackness. When, well, what's her name with the pretty eyes and who's the Diamonds Always Brought Me Luck? Liz Taylor, that's her name. Diamonds Always Brought Me Luck. When she played Cleopatra as a white woman, where was the outrage? There was none. Did I post? I think I posted. Let me see if I posted that on my Oh, I did. With the post yesterday, I posted an article from, was it the Huffington Post, the Washington Post, or not, where there was like 25 times where a white person played a black person, and there was no, or ethnic person, and there was no outrage whatsoever. But the mere fact that you have, because there are written reports, there's written reports that Cleopatra had dark skin and hair of wool. If you look at the bust, some of the oldest original busts of Cleopatra, she have Afrocentric features. She lived in Africa. They said she was from Mesopotamia, was not because maybe what is this? For Egyptians to be so enraged and outraged because it is depicted as a black woman or have a black woman last night, and you live in Africa, how do you think that we ever going to be someone or be somewhere where we can ever feel proud of who we are? Well, no one was passionate about only they had, when you say passionate, yes, but not mad. When Liz Taylor played Cleopatra, they were proud. The passion they had wasn't of anger or of aggression. It was of, yes, that's who she is. That milky white skin, them dark features, those piercing eyes. It's about, it's not good until an other tells you is good. We have been so ingrained in this mindset that I'm not worthy unless I'm accepted by the others. And whatever the others that is. But when you stand true to who you are as a black person, and I won't even say Afrocentric black or African black people, they have a totally different mindset. And I'm gonna get on that as well, because that's gonna lead to a lot of different things that was talked about in the past couple of weeks over here on here that I thought was not talked about correctly, and things were said wrong, in my opinion. Right, James. When you're accepted by the others, you think that you have arrived. Y'all, please keep me on track and make sure these are talking points that I said I'm gonna talk about in a minute. Make sure I talk about those, because there's a lot. There's a lot going on. Not that I think I need to say that I need to add my voice to this conversation, because I think the conversation that's been had. You know what I'm saying? Besides a couple things, I'm gonna mention those as well. Make sure I remember that, y'all. That is just crazy to me. It boggles my mind. But yeah, that's crazy. You allowed Angelina Jolie to play a black woman, but yet no one said anything about that. You had Jennifer Connelly, as beautiful as she is, she's a beautiful white woman, but she's a white woman. In the movie with Russell Crowe and her, when he played the mathematician who lost his mind, who went crazy, was not a beautiful mind. His wife wasn't white; she was Filipino, but yet no one corrects that. No one checked that. You have, what's his name? Jake Gyllenhaal in The Prince of Persia. He's not Persian. Why wasn't the outrage saying, why can't they get a Persian actor to play in The Prince of Persia? But you want to wonder why they can have a white man play a Prince of Persia, a white lady play a Filipino lady, but they can't get a black woman to represent Cleopatra, when Cleopatra is African. And there's a whole bunch of scuttlebutt. Speaking of scuttlebutt, Scuttle from the movie. That little song was cute. That little song was cute. And I love Aquafina. I love her. She's so damn silly. Aquafina's so silly. I love her. She to me, James, you said that what's her name? Lady from Gilmore Girls. Melissa McCarthy made the movie. I think Aquafina made the movie. She's stupid. Like, I actually had me laughing throughout the whole movie. But anyways, that's what I was already talking about. But yeah. Yeah, the scuttlebutt. You got the scuttlebutt. Let me see. I'm going back to the movie again. But yeah. But yeah, it's like a whole bunch of scuttlebutt going on with this, but there's so much other shit out here was not, and we are getting to the wrong conversations. We're having the wrong conversations was not. Christian Bale playing Moses. All that's all those are mentioned under the article that I posted underneath that picture of Cleopatra, the black one, and then Liz Taylor. That's the article that's attached to it, and it gives you all like 25 of them. There's oodles and oodles and oodles of more examples, but I found that was the one that was really prevalent. It's crazy to me how we put this whiteness, and mind you, I like everybody. I like everybody. I don't fuck with many, but I like everybody. We put this whiteness on a pedestal as if it is something to strive for. I remember when I came down here to go to Morehouse. My roommate called me white boy because the way I spoke, because the way I will articulate myself. No, we speak proper English as well. We understand subject verb agreement as well. We understand how to communicate when we choose to communicate a certain way. You're trying to judge me based on my blackness or their lack thereof. but not understanding is that my blackness, and y'all not gonna like this. Y'all not gonna like this, y'all. Got me where I am. I made a video years ago about understanding your privilege, understanding who you are and what you are, and using that to get what you want, how you want it, when you want it, because you understand your privilege. I understand that I can be street when I need to be. I can be corporate when I have to be. All that is in me. All that encompasses who I am. I don't hide. I don't shuck and jive. I speak what I need to speak. I say what I need to say, how I need to say it, but I say it in a way that it is, you may be threatened by it, but I'm not threatening saying it. You may be threatened by what I say, but you're not threatened by how I say it. So, where was that? Y'all, so there's a lot going on up and through here. I'm trying to make sure they all goes together. So make sure I stay on track, y'all. Oh, understand my privilege. Let's get to the conversation that everyone's talking about on these streets. The Nina lady, I don't know her. I only know her through y'all. And her racist situation. Oh, before we get there, let me say this right quick. I hope that people understand this. Black folks can't be racist. Yesterday at work, I said something, something because I was discussing some of the stuff that I've been researching with and going through what's not. I was discussing with this young lady who is getting herself into Christianity, what's not, and I just gave her a couple things to ask the person who's guided her through her journey through Christianity. Just ask her a couple things, and I said something, whatever I said. And someone was like, "Oh, he's racist." And my thing is, and is now what? But before you say I'm racist, let me explain something to you. A black person can't be racist. We can be prejudiced. We can prejudge people, which we all do. We're all prejudiced. But racist, black people can't be racist. We don't have the financial, social, economical fortitude to change where someone work, where someone live, how someone get educated, to destroy or build up any other race. We can barely do it with ourselves. So me telling you something that goes against something that you have agreed with on what's the word I'm looking for? Damn, the words are escaping me. Profited from, which is white supremacy, racism, is not me being racist. You may not have actually did something, but when you profit from it, you are a part of it. So when white people say, "Well, I knew that happened a long time ago," and when I hear a black person say, "Well, they had nothing to do with it," was not. There was. You're stupid to me. The conversation at that point is done with me, because you can't say generational wealth has been taken and stolen and burned and robbed from black people since the beginning of time and has been given to white people, and they have profited from it for generations, while Anderson Cooper may be sucking black dick. Not saying he is, just saying. The Rockefellers, which is his lineage, has been using and gaining from black folks since the beginning of time. Just because today you're sleeping with a black person and you love black dick, men and or women, does not mean that you are not profiting from what your ancestors have done. Do you know when they burned down Black Wall Street? They did that not only because the lady said she was touched or raped or whatever case may be, was not. That sounds good for y'all who just want to hear something surface, who want the mess. Do you not realize that that destroyed financial records, generational records of Black people, to where they couldn't find their wealth, they couldn't trace their wealth, they couldn't obtain their wealth? There have been plenty of scenarios in this country in which they try to wipe out Black people and the history of Black people, their inventions, their wealth, and to credit for it. So while you, white man, white woman, living in a trailer, struggling like I'm struggling, doesn't mean that your ancestors did not build a thing which you squandered or your people squandered over time to put you leaps and bounds ahead. Now, do I believe in reparations? Do I believe in reparations? No. Don't believe in reparations. Because if you give an ignorant Black person 40 acres and a mule, or the equivalent to 40 acres and a mule, all they're going to do is squander it. All they're going to do is squander it. You can't teach an ignorant person how to be smart. You can't teach someone with low self-esteem, no get up and go about themselves, how to have get up and go. So giving someone reparations don't mean anything. We've heard on here when it was giving out stimulus checks. Oh, I need my stimulus check. And what are they doing today? Begging for crab money, begging for casino money, begging for casino money, begging for hams and turkeys and chitlins money, begging for collard green money, yams money, macaroni and cheese money. And they got free money for the past, what, 2.5 years? Am I wrong? So that's why I don't believe in reparations. What I believe in is stop making laws and standing in my way when I'm trying to go get what it is mine. When I'm trying to do my thing, stop making it harder for me to get a loan, but yet you'll give an Arab a loan for my neighborhood based on my zip code. It's harder for us to get loans in certain zip codes, well, in all zip codes, but especially in zip codes in our neighborhoods than this is for an Arab or an Asian or a white person. Y'all wonder why there are so many other businesses in our neighborhoods, in our zip codes. It's hard for us to get loans in our neighborhoods because they're giving low interest loans to the others to come into our neighborhoods, to infiltrate our neighborhoods, to break down our neighborhoods. All the benefits, Ms. Creel. And Save the Girl, it was great. I just came back from watching it myself. I talked about it earlier in the video. And this is that grape Sprite from the movie theater. You think I'm gonna pay $8 for a damn large drink and not take some home with me? You crazy. So y'all wondering why there's the Asian hair stores and why there's the Arab gas stations and Arab mini marts and all these convenience stores was not in the neighborhoods, because it's easier for a foreigner to come over here and get a loan and profit and make it is for a Black American to do so. Period. And let's speak on that as well. When there is a lucky person, why don't Black-owned stores and representation stay in our neighborhoods? One, we don't support. Two, it costs more for them to maintain their establishment. So, guess what they do? What's the first complaint? Either it's bad customer service, or don't have the products, or things are too high. So, bad customer service, price is too high, don't have the proper inventory. Those are the three main reasons why, due to the fact that we can't get the loans to cut back on some of these things, to hire more staff, to have more inventory, and the prices to be low. But let me tell you why the prices are so high in these quote unquote black owned establishments in our neighborhoods. Because they don't have the inventory. They don't have the proper backing to help them lower the price. They don't have the merchandising people they can go to and call on. So that's why they have to up the price. But if I'm going to have to pay more for a product and deal with bad customer service and wishing and hoping on a prayer that the product is in, I'd rather go outside our neighborhood somewhere else to get it. People say it's about convenience. Not really. It's about me working hard for my money, know how hard I work for my money, and therefore I get to choose and pick where my money goes. It's sad. It's a vicious cycle that they put in place. I personally, Fujiki, don't feel comfortable giving you my hard-earned money when you're being rude. It's a wishing a prayer, hoping the product is in, and I'm paying at least 1.5 times what I can get it for somewhere else. And speaking of that, it goes all the way around with me. Like me, I heard comments that, about pro-black and stuff like that. Get mad now, y'all. Be upset. Your boy Food Junkie is not pro-black. I'm not. I can't be. Now, the caveat to me saying I'm not pro-black is I understand my blackness. I am for blacks. See, pro-black is, for me, I support all the bullshit shenanigans that goes on here on YouTube because you're black. I'm willing to give you a pass because you're black, no matter what kind of bullshit and foolishness that you do. That's not who I am. I hold myself to a high regard. I hold myself to a standard. So therefore, I especially hold people that look like me, that have the black experience as I have, or can possibly have, to the same standard. So when you are online or in public acting a fool because you think it's your right to act a fool because you're mad at something, because something didn't go your way, someone didn't say what you wanted them to say, I don't support that. There's a way that you conduct yourself. There's a way that you act. There's a way that you present yourself that commands respect from people. Now, let's get to this topic of what's been going on these streets. This Nina bullshit. This Nina bullshit is just that. Bullshit. And she got all of y'all on a string that she's pulling. Now, let me say this. Y'all know I like James. Y'all know I like Deanna. I was there when James had his panel. The only logical shit on that panel that was said was by James before the panelists came up. In that 4+ hour video, the only thing that made sense to me is what James said before he allowed everyone else on that panel. I like everybody. Don't got a problem with nobody. But what Yaya said was some bullshit. What Olivia said was some bullshit. What Jay Dunn did was some bullshit. Who else was on that panel? What Pisa said was some bullshit. All what they were saying was straight up bullshit. It was all hypocrisy. Because all those people talking are the first ones to attack someone whose opinions is different than theirs. Your experience is not my experience. What you say, what you've experienced is not my experience. You see how all those come together? Some of the things they said was okay, and I agree with. Let's take Yaya saying she don't think Nina's black, or she don't think Nina is from America. If we have Egyptians who live in Africa stating that they're not African, why can't we fathom the fact that there's a black person who may live here in America? Are y'all hot? I'm hot. Take off this real quick. You know, why can't we fathom that there is a black person who lives in America who will love the shop, baby, who comes from a different part of the world that don't have the same experience as we have, or as you have, I should say. Because I'm a black man in America, I know there's racism against me. I know there's racism against other people who look like me. But can I say that I have never experienced racism before? Yes, I can say that. I've been stopped by plenty of police officers. I've told y'all, I've been detained several times for fighting. I've had tickets and things of that nature. Have I ever been treated badly by the police? No, I haven't. They have always been respectful to me, even when I was in the wrong. But do I not understand and know that there is police brutality out there? Do I not understand and know where the current incarceration system came from, which is the slave patrols? While I'm not trolling you, Nina is. While I'm not acting as though I'm aloof to the racism, the bigotry, the prejudiceness, and the flat out immoral things that's going on to black people in this country and across the world, I'm also not looking for a reaction from you, because I'm so bored in my real life that I need you to react to me. Racism is universal, but Ms. Korea, what have I been saying from the very beginning of this video? There is a consistent, constant campaign against black people. And if you don't understand that, not saying you as in you, Ms. Creole, but if we don't understand that as black people, we're going to always be angry and mad and aggressive towards people who put that platform or put that agenda forward. Once I see you, I can't unsee you. Now it's up to me to understand and learn how to deal with you in this world. Because there's only two choices. Learn how to deal with you in this world or end my life. Because I'm going to always have to deal with you. I don't care how black you are, how pro-black you are, how Afrocentric you are, or what you say. Right. you're going to have to always deal with the other on some level, like it or not. I don't care how many times you choose to ignore the other, how many times you don't speak to the other, you're in the other store. Unless you live in a black bubble, which I don't think any of us do, you're going to have to deal with the other. You see what I'm doing, Voodoo? You see what I'm doing? You're going to always have to deal with the other. You're going to always have to have some type of communication, integration with the other. Like it or not, none of us is that independent of self that we can move past the other. Going into a bank, who owns the bank? You don't. We don't. I don't. Going into the car lot, you don't own the car lot. You don't own the patents for cars. You don't own the patents for engines, for tires, for brakes, for oil, for fuel. What gas oil reserve you own? What gas oil reserve black person that you own, that you know? What farm that you know? What grocery store that you know? What convenience store that you know? What cigarette, tobacco, black owned that you know? You think that black people own Benson and Hedges and Newports? Just because you smoke them, don't mean you own them. So this mindset is that of I'm pro-black and I only deal with black people is some bullshit. You can limit your involvement with others, but you can't totally exclude others from your life. This is a symbiotic relationship. As soon as people understand that aspect of it, I'm not saying you have to be friends with everybody. No, I don't fuck with nobody on here like that. Y'all know who I talk to, who I listen to, who y'all see me drop down in chats with. It's very few. It can be on one hand out of the tens of thousands of people here on these YouTube streets. Food junkie fools with about 5 of them and may watch 10 on a somewhat regular basis out of the hundreds. I get information disseminated to me based on what people I watch talk about and bring up. See, I told y'all from the very beginning, I've always been me. I came on here a complete person, not needing a virtual friend, not needing a virtual relationship, a virtual companion, a virtual guide to help me through life. I've always been this. I've always seen what was done. Y'all remember the story about, not many people watched it, but when I said I saw the cookies were made, I've always seen how the cookies were made. From the very first story I told on here today, how I came down here to Atlanta and went buck wild by going to the clubs and hanging out with us all the time. And now I'm at the point where I've seen everything I wanted to see, seen how I wanted to see it, done what I wanted to do, done how I wanted to do it, and now I backed away. Same thing here with YouTube. I already seen everything I want to see. If whatever I want to see, I'll go watch it sparingly. But I'm not going to be entrenched in all this bullshit and negativity and dumbness because I want to be seen. Because I want to make friends with everybody what's not. I'm going to say what the fuck I want to say. If you get offended, you get offended. If you respond, you respond. But don't be mad because you put something stupid out here. I saw it and I responded to it. Ain't nobody on here big enough, bad enough, or scary enough for me to be scared of. What you gonna do? Come online and talk shit? Oh well, how's that gonna change your life? You still gonna be living in squalor. You still gonna have a limited view of what the world is. You still gonna be doing what you're doing, and I'm still gonna be understanding that you don't mean shit to me. Period. What you saying? But Miss Creole, even when you do that, do you take this shit that people say on here personally? Yeah, you cuss people out every once in a while. Was not you? You don't drag the bitch every once in a while. Yes, you do it. I do it. We all do that. But Miss Creole, when you get off of here, you have a whole Creole life that you listen that you live in. You have a whole Creole job that you go to. You have a whole Creole things where you don't come on here to ask people to help you live your life, to make you feel funny. Yes, every human being wants to have some type of companionship with somebody. And it's nice to have a wide variety of that. But me, for example, yes, I come on here and laugh, and I said that's why it's about 10 people that I actually watch and like, you know what I'm saying, on a consistent basis. But out of the hundreds of people that's on here, no offense to people that I'm going to mention, but it is what it is. The Lovely Loves, the ZTs, the Pizarros, the Kimmys, the Briannas, the ones, the popular people who get all the numbers, the 5Bs, the Q. I don't watch them. I can't tell you what the fuck they're talking about until y'all bring it up. Because I don't care. They can mention me and cuss me, they'll slap the fuck out. But guess what? I don't give a fuck. Y'all still gonna be living in squalor. You're still gonna be begging Peter to pay Paul. You're still gonna come on here looking for someone to help you pay for your lifestyle. Period. You can't make me feel some kind of way when you are, I hate to say it, but nothing to me. Absolutely nothing to me. And that's why I'm for blacks and not pro-black. Because if I was pro-black, all the people that I named that I feel are actually a waste of energy and space, I will be trying to rah-rah for them. I'm not going to rah for you because you can't rah-rah for yourself. You can't do for yourself. So why am I going to break my back trying to do for you and you are unappreciative asshole? Mine, it's right there on the screen. Or that's Miss Creole. You know what I'm saying? Why am I going to do for you or try to do for you or come back you up or praise someone that don't have enough respect for themselves to do it for themselves? And what it's not about leaving feelings out. It's this expectations of wanting to fit in, not being good enough. And needing to feel like if someone likes you or accepts you, exactly. You know, so it's like I get the conversations being had, but on the level that they're being had is ridiculous to me. On the level that they're being talked about and being discussed is crazy to me. Casey says, how you doing, baby? People are talking from their own limited, very limited personal experiences. Yes, man, you can. That's fine. Thank you for asking. Appreciate it. Yes, you can. That's fine. Yeah. People are giving their opinions and points of views. You're good, baby. Thank you for asking. Like I said, giving their limited point of views from their own personal limited experiences. Now, I don't care how vast your travels are. You can't speak for everybody. Everyone can't speak for you. Y'all say this sector is full of black gay men, right? Is there any black gay man on here that is like me? And am I like any other black gay man that you have met? Put a yes or no in the chat. We're all individuals. So my experience as a black gay man is different from James's experience as a black gay man. It's different from Sean's experience as a black gay man. It's different from DKL's experience as a black gay man. Different from Brian's experience as a black gay man. Different from Jay Wilson's experience as a black gay man. We're all different. So all our experiences are going to be different. So all of our opinions about what we see, what we hear, what we have been around is going to be different. So I can't speak on the black experience as if I know everything about the black experience. Like I said, my experience with police officers have not been disrespected. You be look for that cash app coming in, baby. My question was, am I the same as every other black gay man on here? You know what I'm saying? That was the question. We're talking as if we have the answer to the black experience. We don't. None of us has the experience of every black person across the world. You know what I'm saying? So when we speak on subjects of race and racial conversations and racial tension, what's that a drag queen name on Tu Wong Fu? Racial tension. I'm stupid. My mind be all over the place. But yeah, when we speak on those subjects, it's not we speaking on it from our own personal experiences. Not, and I think that it's dangerous and harmful to speak on it as if we are the authority on said experience. What's up, Rodney? How you doing, babe? It's crazy for us to speak on these subjects as if we have the definitive answer to them, opposed to try to think about it on a global level because it affects us globally. This little conversation we have right now, I told you how people talk about the Little Mermaid, how they're trying to exactly right, Miss Real. Like I told you, somebody talking about they should have explored the racial aspect of the Little Mermaid. Why? It's not called for. I'm one of those black people who never grew up saying I didn't get something because I was black, or this happened to me because I was black. While I understand and while I know that that may be a cause, also look at it as I need to do better. I need to try harder. I need to be better. When I went to back to college, when I went to design school, it was the first time they had that program at that school, fashion design program. And I was the first person to enter the program, the very first one. First one to graduate from it with honors, first person in the program. But over the course of the years of me being in the program was not, people started to come in. And the people came in with experience in sewing. I told you, I know nothing about sewing on a sewing machine. I knew needle, I knew thread. I didn't even know, so did I. So, right, so did I. I just came in and turned on the camera. You know what I'm saying? But I want to tie all the stuff I want to talk about to that as well, but bring that as a part of it. All I know is needle and thread. I didn't know that what a sewing machine was. I didn't know that you could change the needles. I didn't know that the needle went through a hole in the needle. I didn't know that there was a bobbin that you need a second thing to lock the stitch when you put it in. None of that. I know none of that. But as a course, as I went through my course, we did all the bookwork was not. Then we started doing the practical stuff of sewing. By that time, there were two guys who's been sewing for years. One was a drag costume designer. Great costumes, great evening wear. He worked in the pageant scene, but didn't have a degree. The other guy was a menswear designer. He did suits and things of that nature, like fantastic design aesthetic. And then here go me, as fabulous as I am, as artistic as I am, as visionary as I am, didn't have the skill sets that they had. But guess what? My grades were better than theirs. Because in order for me to show what I am, what I do, you know what I'm saying? I need to live up to what they were capable of doing, put my spin on it, and come out ahead. These men, these guys, one was like 36, one was like older than me. We were all in the same age group, but one was much older than both of us. So, well, I was in the middle. He was younger, one was younger, but still my age group, me, then the older one. And they had years of experience. Did I go there with my head down and saying, oh, well, damn, y'all got 10 years, 20 years, 15 years experience. I don't even know what a bobbin is. No, I packed up my little sewing kit like everyone else did, came to class, listened, learned, practiced, came home, well, found out what I needed to buy based on what we used in school, bought all of it, and then some of it, practiced at home. They showed us little techniques that we need to learn how to sew and guide stuff and control stuff. Was not did all that at home. Practice. When I came to school, shit was done. Finished, clean. Y'all seen what I designed. Y'all seen the things that I put on runways. Thank you, baby. I designed something. Let me show where I'm at. This is where I'm at. That's why I can't fuck with this shit on here. Let me show where I'm at. I'm at work, my full-time job. Eating pistachios. Hold on, give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. Let me try to find it real quick. Ugh. 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second, y'all. Just go find it. I'm back. I found it. Eating pistachios at work. You know, I'm all about food and stuff like that. Eating pistachios. I'm thinking, damn it. I'm thinking about Cruella. Y'all remember the movie Cruella with Emma Stone? Y'all remember the dress she designed that was made with the animal pods, and she put in the vault with the other dresses, and they hatched and ate the things. I'm thinking of that. I'm thinking of Snow White and the Huntsman. The designs was not, because I'm always thinking about designs now, even if I don't always do it, I'm always thinking about designs. I told myself, what if I can use these pistachio shells that I'm eating and make a dress, you know what I'm saying, inspired by that dress, but using these pistachio shells at work. Can y'all see it? At work. The bodice, off the shoulder things, structure top, pistachio shells, flowy bottom with a high slit at work. That's where I'm at in life. Being creative, being positive, while understanding the racial tensions, why do I keep saying that, that we have in this world, not allowing it to limit me, not allowing some copy to tell me who I am, what I am. So yeah, the dress is pistachio shells for the bodice. I got to do a bustier and taking flowy long silk put a little structure inside of it so it kind of flares out a little bit, but have multiple layers, a long little train to do that. That's from eating pistachios, and using the shells so I won't go to waste. So it won't go to waste. You came up with a concept, color scheme and everything, all up and through here. Paint, spray paint the pistachio shells, iridescent gold, purple, and finding iridescent gold, purple fabric for the bottom. Using what will be discarded, which is the pistachio shells, and turn it into something beautiful. All people see on here are the discarded pistachio shells. You see how I'm putting everything together? Not using what they have to make something beautiful, to make something that has both the structure of masculinity and the flowiness of femininity. I can't be bothered with the bullshit. I can't allow someone who's ignorant to come to me and tell me who I am. That's who I am. I'm the creative. I come on here and will show you guys talent and creativity and food and fashion and read you poetry that I've written. It's going to be about 10 yards of fabric. It's going to be about 10 yards of fabric. And when it's done, it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be Matt Galley worthy. Y'all see what I did with drinking straws. Just in case y'all forgot. It's on my community page, but I'll show y'all again. Y'all see what I did with drinking straws. Paper drinking straws. Y'all see what I did with that. Where's it at? See how I just can pull up stuff online under Google and show y'all my work. See, that's Google. Google Schmoogle. I can see it. That's Google Schmoogle. Go to the picture. Bam. There you go, boo. There you go. Turn this. And y'all see the dress. Where's it at? Damn it. Y'all see the dress. On the runway. Researchable on Google. Drinking. What's up the other side of 40? How you doing? Drinking straws. Paper drinking straws. You see a drinking straw, you discard it. I see something. I see material to make something beautiful from it. How can I turn this regular old drinking straw into something that is beautiful, something that is wearable, something that is fashion forward, something that will be considered artwork? Cut everyone, dyed each one by hand sewn each one by hand on the fabric. Very rare. Now, that is called sustainable fashion. How are you going to put out sustainable stuff into this world? You don't have to like me. You get mad because I called you out on some bullshit that you said. And Mr. Libby, you know I love you, baby. I think you're you have inspired me to do a lot of research on the Book of Enoch and those type of things as well. Spirituality was not, so you inspired me on that. But sweetheart, your idea of racism is rooted in your experience living in a small town in Tennessee. Now, I don't know where else you lived. I don't know what else you experienced. But what you have told us and what you have shown us, I see it as a very limited point of view based on an area in which you have lived. Now, I don't know where else you've been and what your other experiences are, but you keep bringing us back to that. Faith, same with you. Jay Dunn, distraction, didn't work. whoever else on there, it was all noise. It was all noise to me. I didn't get anything from that. I got something from what James said initially. Everything else became a distraction. Everything else became noise to me because people was not speaking on a broad. They were speaking in a on a broad conversation, but they wasn't speaking with a broad mindset. It was all personal. What you've experienced, what you've done, how it makes you feel, what you want somebody else to feel. If you know someone is trying to poke at you to get, thank you, baby. If you know somebody is trying to poke at you to get something out of you, why are you giving it to them? Why are you giving it to them? But Voodoo, I'm speaking from my reality as well. My reality is I have never personally experienced racism in this country. I experienced the effects of racism. I've experienced watching someone else experience personal racism. But me personally, I have never experienced racism. Someone have never came up to me, Miss Creole, girl, you don't say a mouthful right here. I have never personally experienced it. And other never walked up to me, spat in my face. Not saying it won't happen. Hope God it won't happen. Because if it does, what's up, left-handed Libra? How you doing, baby? I'll be in jail for them trying to kill somebody. But I've never experienced it personally. So I can't talk about racism on a personal level. Now I can talk about the effects of racism on a personal level. I can talk about how I experienced racism in the world based on just walking through the world. But I can talk about racism on a personal level. Besides knowing that it's out there, knowing that it's not good, knowing that this country is not set up, it was not set up to build me up. That's why I have to try harder, do more. Here's the story about me being in school, not knowing anything about sewing, but being able to create that, being able to produce runway shows. While I'm at one job, my mind is focused on something else, but while I'm still doing the job that I'm at extremely well. Being black is being able to multitask. Being black is being able to rise above all adversities. The black experience is one of survival, understanding, kindness. Think about it. We are the only race of people that will forgive our oppressors. And I say we, I don't mean each individual one, because yes, there are some ones who are harshly radical. What's up, Vito? How you doing, baby? There are ones who are extremely radical. I'm not dumb. I'm not stupid. I'm not dim. But for the most part, black people are the only people that want to please and appease our oppressors. We turn to God and Christianity because they use the book, the Bible, to enslave us. We are willing to try to appease the people that we think have the power over us. They don't. And the Bible was written by men. Yes. Yes. You know, it is about religion. Religion is a way to control. Religion is a form of control. Do this and do that. Why, like, color purple. Well, he beat on me now, but heaven's for always. What does Sophia say? You better bust Miss in the head and think about heaven later. I'm on the Miss Sophia side. I rather ask for an apology or give an apology than ask for permission. A lot of us are so busy asking for permission to live our lives, to be ourselves, to be our best, that we are not living in the moment. We're waiting for something to happen in order for us to get that quote unquote heaven's gift. Miss Creel, stop preaching on this Sunday afternoon, baby. Because that's what it is. People are so afraid of their power, and the ones who talking loud and breathing heavy was not seem stagnant to me. Because while I know there's racism out there, do I think everyone who is not black is racist? No. I think that everyone who is not black is profiting from racism, be it knowingly or unknowingly, but I don't consider that you being racist. And me saying something about someone that you don't agree with doesn't mean that I am advocating for them, trying to live for and or through them. Any of those things. It means I see what's in front of me. I hear what is being said to me. I'm not trying to idolize anyone or villainize anyone. I'm seeing what you are showing me. And as a black person, that's my greatest power. Because I'm not trying to villainize people. I'm not trying to, you know what I'm saying, idolize you either. You be you. Show me who you are, the good, the bad, and the different, and it's up to me at that point to make a decision. I will never put my life in your hands. I will never put my happiness in your hands. I would never allow you to dictate and control and to build me up. What do I say? When you give people the opportunity to build you up, you also give them the power to break you down. You can't break me or drag me because you didn't make me. I've been this. I'm going to be this until I figure out or decide that it no longer works for me. And then at that point, I just have to be something different. Like I said, people gonna like me. People gonna dislike me. People gonna like what I'm saying. People gonna hate what I'm saying. People may respond. No, and it's not for me to get a response from anybody because I don't go back and forth with people. I'm saying y'all have given that woman y'all power. Y'all has given that woman and that type of conversation your energy. And the reason why, like I said, I like Miss Olivia, but the reason why I'm like, I'm gonna disappointed. Yeah, I can say disappointed. Because after you had a conversation on James's panel, saying you don't care what's not, later on that evening, you went to Pizarro's panel where the lady was on the panel to listen to that shit again. I don't take that seriously. And there's nothing against you, but I don't, like, if I'm not going to Pizarro's panel to listen to Nina talk. I'm not going to Brianna's channel. I'm not going to Nika's channel. I'm not going to any of those channels to listen to that lady talk and spew out hatred and bullshit that I know, I don't believe, I don't understand. But yet I'm still there in the room to hear the conversation. I don't care about it. My opinion will be my opinion. I don't need anyone to tell me or hear that person talk about it again. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Miss Friend, get up my thing. Don't get out, baby. I'm just saying. Don't get. But like I said, y'all don't realize they're trying to erase blackness, period, from this planet. They're trying to erase blackness, period, from this planet, taking away all our accolades. We know what's going on. We know the most dated things in this world is coming from Africa, the African continent, sub-Saharan Africa, as far as human existence. But y'all worried about colorism. Colorism is everywhere. Asians have colorism. Africans have colorism. That's why you think people are bleaching their skin. Brazilians have colorism. Well, it's not. Hispanics have colorism. Yeah, it's a fad when you put on a tan, but it's sad when you are putting on bleach to lighten your skin because you're uncomfortable with the color you're in. While racism is rampant, so is colorism. Is it a topic that needs to be had in the beef sector by a person that we don't know how they look on a person's channel who we don't know how they look either? What are y'all doing? Y'all sound crazy. Y'all look stupid to me. I'm listening to someone lead the discussion on colorism when we don't know if you're black, you're white, you're Egyptian, you're Arab, you're American, you're whatever else you're from. We're listening to you lead a conversation on colorism on someone's panel who is hidden behind an avatar. I said, I don't know these people. Don't have anything against none of these people. Madness is right. It's madness. I can't take you seriously. I don't know who you are. I don't know what angle you're coming from, which means I don't care. I don't have the mindset to ask you to look it up, research none of those things. It's stupid. It's lunacy. It's crazy. And thing is, Ronnie, to be honest, baby, it goes for me. It's so much lower than that. I don't even care. Not about you or your feelings or thoughts, but I'm talking about that lady. Majority of people on here was not. I don't care about. Love them to death in the way that God wants me to love them, the way the Spirit wants me to love them. But I don't give a damn about the people one way or the other. They could die tomorrow, and I wouldn't shed a tear. That's why I'm at with it. That's why I've always been at with it. People die every day. I could die right now online. It'll be a topic for a couple minutes, then it'll be over. Someone to show their titties, their long ass titties online, and y'all be on a different topic. Ha. Yeah, I heard your video earlier today, Dion. I'll listen to you, girl. someone can show their long titties online, and the topic is over. Someone can come on here, and it'll be over. You know what I'm saying? I can't get vested. Like I said, I watched the other was now she mentioned somebody showing some long ass titties online. I found it funny. But I ain't gonna go listen to it or watch it, trying to find the long ass titties. You know what I'm saying? I don't care enough. Love you, boo. Get them bitches lifted up. I could design you a bra, but I don't care. You gotta pay for it. And over the shoulder boulder holder. Lift them bitches up. Lift every tit up and sing till earth and heaven ring with the harmonies of these titties. I'm just saying. Y'all know I got no goddamn sense. But yeah, I don't care enough. That's not my type of entertainment. I don't care. Like, those people think that, I'm aloof but aware at the same time. Because I don't care about none of this bullshit that's going on here. It's not serious. Because I know when I turn off my camera, I'm living my life. Don't do that, Miss Gray. I'm just saying. I don't care enough. And I think a lot of people let these stupid ass non-essential topics affect them. They can say all you want or they affect your life. But baby, y'all on here all day long, every day. Was not talking about the same bullshit over and over again. When there's real world ramifications for what's going on. I told y'all, this little small sector is a microcosm of what's going on in the real world. And y'all are being distracted by what's going on in this sector that y'all are not being able to see, comprehend, understand what's going on in the real world. And I understand this is some people's escapism, but how long are you going to escape from the real world till the real world taps you on your shoulder and affects you? And by then, it's too late for you to do anything about it. But you choose to spend your time online watching, listening to, promoting bullshit. Not realizing that the more you talk about it, the more you discuss it, the more panels you have about it, the further it's going along, the longer it's going to last. Watching the bullshit happen on a daily basis. Now it's time for some water. What you nurture grows. What you fertilizer, what you fertilize grows. It becomes a part of you, all of it, the good, the bad, if you let it. But even subconsciously, it becomes a part of you. You know what I'm saying? It becomes a part of you because you are taking it into your body. You are what you ingest. If you ingest candy all day and sweets all day, well, it's not, like it or not, it's a part of you. If you ingest fruits and vegetables, well, it's not fruits, vegetables all day, it's a part of you. Good, bad, and or different. If you ingest meat all day, it becomes a part of you. You're taking it into your body. If you're watching pornography and violence all day, it becomes a part of you. You start to normalize it. Exactly. You're ingesting bullshit every day, all day long. Exactly. You're putting yourself in, you're purposely putting yourself so you're normalizing this bad behavior. That's why this stuff goes on so often, so much on here. It's normalized in this sector. It's normalized online. It's normalized. It's okay. Oh well, we don't. It's content. It's content. Is it really? Is it really? Is it really content? Or are you too lazy to find something else? Or you're too scared to do something else because you're afraid that you're going to be attacked or you're not going to be accepted by the masses. We haven't reached over 25 people in this chat for almost 2 hours we've been here, 2 hours and 45 minutes. It's not going to change my commentary. I'm not going to come on here acting a fool to get people eyes on me. I'm not going to change the titles. My name's my title is not. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to attack people. It's not. I'm just going to let, excuse me, sorry. I'm just going to let you know it is what it is. You put this out here. I think that you're better than what are showing. I'm tired of telling y'all that. I'm telling you, how you doing, baby? I'm tired of telling y'all that y'all are better than what y'all show on here. You're better than this. I want more for you than this, but at the same time, I can't want more for you than you want for yourself. And sometimes we need to look outside of our own personal experiences and do better. Want more. That's all I'm saying. And realize that there is a proactive effort to demonize and abolish Black history, Black culture, Black people. And I was watching something, doing some research on some stuff, whatever. And I listened, watching these Africans was not. The reason why African people from Africa have African people from Africa, yeah, but no, you know what you're trying to say. Um, People from continent Africa and different countries in Africa look down on Black people because here in America, We're black. That's all we are. We're black. Anywhere from 12 to 14% of the population here in America, we're black. That's what we are. In Africa, everyone pretty much from the continent is black except the Egyptians, of course. You know what I'm saying? We already discussed that. It's black. So how they distinguish themselves from each other is nationality, culture, and their names. All those three things mean something to them. Those three things mean something to them. Where you're from, what's your culture, what's your nationality. So they come over here, and all we are black, but we can't even agree on that because we have no culture. We're told that we're American, which we are, but what does that mean? And by name, I'm thinking of, what do you stand for? Very true, Ms. Grill. It's the beginning. It's the birthplace of human civilization. Africa is the birthplace of human civilization. And it'll be ignorant for me to say all Africans are black. Because they're not. There are white born Africans, there's Asian born Africans, there's whatever. It's due to colonization, stuff, things of nature. There's other ethnicities and things in Africa besides quote unquote black people. But those others that live in Africa, that was born in Africa, are African. White Africans, Asian Africans, whatever it may be. But they're African. They're African. They have some sense of culture, some sense of purpose. Just like my husband's Jamaican. They're Jamaican born Chinese. Have the accent and everything, the culture and everything of Jamaica. They have a culture there. Us blacks here in America, what is our culture? We've been, what's the word? The Borg use, assimilated by everyone else's culture to the point that we lost ours. So there is no pride. And when I say there's no, not saying everyone this way, but for a large part, based on what I'm seeing and what I've seen over the past 48 years of my life, we've been assimilated to believe the propaganda that the world want us to believe. That we're nothing, we're dumb, we're lazy, this and that. Yes, there may be an exception, was not. But think about it. Everywhere we go, we thrive. Every conditions that we are in, we come out of. Except this condition of slavery and things of that nature. We have no pride in who we are as a people. We look for people to tell us who we are. That's why the people like the Ninas was not get under people's skin. Because all she's saying is what y'all are feeling. All she's saying, she knows what to say to get under your skin because she know at the crust of people who aren't comfortable in who they are, who will sit there and listen to that bullshit, they feel that way. Like if I know that you think you're ugly and you're on my nerves, well, what's the first thing I'm gonna say? Your ugly ass. If I know that you're fat and you're uncomfortable with you being fat, I don't care how much you say you don't care. Your fat ass. If I know you have a problem with the tone of your skin, the amount of melanin you have in your skin, what am I gonna do to get at you? Talk about it. It's not even about that. Thank you for being here, baby. Is you're right about that, but if you don't know who you are, how can you identify the similarities that you have with someone else? You know what I'm saying? When you don't know who you are, you can't be comfortable enough to identify the similarities you have in someone else. Your statement is absolutely correct, absolutely right. We are all more similar than we're not, but it's the ego and the inherent, what's the word I'm looking for? It's the ego and it's the inherent sense of self-loathing that has been put into us to make us feel like we're not good enough. It's that sense of, let me tell you who you are. Thank you, Jen. Appreciate it, baby. Let me tell you who you are. Opposed to us saying, no, let me show you who I am. Let me show you my talents. I don't give a damn what you saying. That's not me. This over here is me. Now, love it, lick it, or fuck it. I don't care. But no, we're so eager to be accepted. We're so eager to be seen. We're so eager to be patted on the head. That a boy, that a girl. Miss Creole, right? As cliche as it is, that saying rings true. I can't see your light when I don't even see my own light. Why do you think it is? Put your life vest on, put your breathing apparatus on before you try to assist someone else. I can't help you if I don't help myself. I can't pour into you when I feel that I'm empty. Although me personally, I see that y'all are not empty, but y'all think that y'all are empty. Y'all think y'all have nothing to give but the mess and the bullshit because that gives you accolades. I wish, like, we'd be the beef sector. Us being the beef sector. I was going to say that. Thank you, baby. Ain't know you been. I'll, I know, like I said before, I've always been fully developed before I came to the beef sector. Once I knew what it was, I've always known that, and I don't allow people numbers and numbers, you know, cash apps, which I will that to dictate who I am. Never allowed it, never will. It's just not who I am. Once I became me, I've been me, and that's been for a long time. You know, I was me in my mama's house. That's why I had to leave our house because I couldn't be me in that house. I can't see. That's what me being respectful. I can't be me speaking my mind, telling her what's right and what's wrong because I feel she doing something that's not right and that's wrong without it looking like I'm being disrespectful. So I made a decision to leave, to move out of town. I made a decision to go to school 300 miles away, where I can be myself, where I can speak the way I want to speak and still be respectful because I'm taking care of myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to never not be me, never not say what I want to say. Now, I may walk away from you and leave you on unread, but I also realize not everything needs to be said. You can't help people when they're not ready to be helped. You can inform people when all they want to do is listen to respond and not listen to comprehend. I don't care how intelligent you say you are, how articulate you sound, how articulate you speak. If you're not ready to be brought into the light, I can't force you there because you're not going to stay there. You're not going to get what you need to get from the light. You're not going to get the nourishment from the sun that you need to get if you're not ready for it. You won't be open to it, to receive it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm tired of talking about it. I'm tired of coming on here every other day or every day saying why y'all doing this. Y'all should do better. Y'all should be better. Was not. I'm tired of dropping down the chat saying, "Oh my God, y'all don't do this to each other." Was not. thinking about what you're saying. That I don't fuck about that no more. I really never did, but I wanted y'all to be to the point to where you're tired of it. You want more for yourself. You want more from yourself. You want more for yourself. I can't say I want you to succeed and you're still living a crazy ass mindset. Still crazy mindset. Think about it. All these rich people who have every opportunity, maybe limited or unlimited as they have, going through the shit they're going through. You have all this money, all this beauty, all this fame, all this quote unquote clout, but you're still in the race. Look at the Kim Kardashians. Girl, you're a billionaire, but you're doing everything under the sun for attention. Oh, you know I know that, Mr. Prior. I know that. I know money does not equate to happiness. I know that. But you have a lot of people. Clout is the new clout. All that's the new drug, right? You get high on who notices you, who knows you. Them saying your name out there in these streets, be it good and or bad. You know what I'm saying? And the whole thing of it started with a long time ago. Any news is good news. If as long as your name is being said, no. I remember growing up, another thing. When I was going through my bad phase in life, fighting and cussing and doing all the stuff I was doing, I told my sixth grade teacher, Miss Michelle Kiesel, that's my girl. Hope she's still alive. But I told her, I'm gonna either be famous or infamous. Either way, you're gonna know my name. Now, mind you, I'm in sixth grade, fighting teachers, being suspended, fighting kids, cussing out teachers, doing all. Baby, I was hell on wheels. I'm sixth grade. How old are you in sixth grade? About 11, 11, 12. So that, what, 37 years? 36, 37 years ago? I remember exactly what I told her. I was in the class after coming back from suspension because I got into a fight, you know, and she was like, food junkie. Cut to my real name. Food junkie. You are so smart. Why are you fighting every day? Why are you being suspended? Why are you, do you want people to look at you and see the most negative part of who you are? Or do you want to see people, or do you want people to look at you and see what I see in you? Your goodness, your greatness. My response to her, being the little smart ass person that I was, man, I don't care what you're talking about, what's not. I mean, I'm either gonna be famous or infamous. I don't care which one it is, but you're gonna know my name. That little pea brain boy back then had no idea. Baby, they can't do that. They can't look into the. They can't spend time with themselves. That's what they don't hear all the time. They can't spend time with themselves. If they spend time with themselves, they'll go crazy. You know that, Miss Creole. Come on, stop playing. A lot of these folks can't spend time with themselves. As soon as I turn this off, I'm gonna spend time with myself. I was hell on well. I told you, I fought two teachers in my life. I fought a teacher when I was in third grade. I fought a teacher when I was in eighth grade. Baby, I was hell on wheels. I was hell on wheels. Cussing. Y'all think this mouth is like in my real life, like even now? Oh, quick little story. A couple weeks ago, about a month or so ago, I'm still hell. You know what I'm saying? People still can't deal with it because it is what it is in real life. But one of my coworkers was like, I can't wait till someone beat your ass. or no steps to you, whatever. Cause your mouth. I'm like, I can't wait either. Because then I'm gonna show y'all. Not only is this mouth deadly, so is these hands. So whoever thinks they're bad enough to talk shit and back it up, I'm waiting on you. She started laughing so hard. Everyone around us started laughing. They're like, "You are so stupid." Then, like the day after that, she was like, "I'm still laughing at what you said about them hands. They deadly, baby. Stop playing with me." Y'all think that I have a mouth the way I have a mouth because I can't back up what I'm saying? Y'all think I act the way I act because I can't back up what I'm saying? This is not, I'm not new to this. I've been this way for a long time. And I told you in sixth grade, I told my teacher that. My favorite teacher in the whole world, but I told her that. You know what I'm saying? Because she didn't give up. Yes. You think his mouth is deadly? Baby, these hands is worse. I guarantee you. Don't let me put these hands, these feet, these elbows, and knees on you. Hate to say this was now you thought old boy had it. Baby, don't. I told y'all the last time my older brother hit me, I was 14 years old. That was the last time they hit me because he was very abusive growing up, you know. But the last time he hit me was 14 years old. My mom had to call the police to separate us because I was trying to take his life. I was trying to literally unalive him. I will not be hit again by anybody. And he's old. My older brother thought you okay. You grown. I'm 14, but you will not hit me. I fight people in the neighborhood. You know I fight grown-ups in the neighborhood. You think I'm not gonna fight you? See, I lost respect for you. So therefore, whatever happens gonna happen. If you're gonna kill me, I'm gonna kill you. But it is what it is. I do not get hit. I do not get. I wish a motherfucker would. Now, I don't fight much now. I haven't got to a fight in a minute now. But baby, I wish the motherfucker. I would. I be itching for a fight. I would never start it, but I would be itching for someone to put their hands on me in a way that I don't like. Please do it. Please. I want you to. Mm-hmm. You right about that? Ain't nothing better. Bennett. Sorry. Yeah, they're not gonna like what they see in the mirror. They're not gonna like. They're not gonna like it. Like I said, I've dealt with my issues a long time ago. I told you I was at my mama's house when I dealt with my issues. That last time when I got to the conclusion that he ain't gonna hit me no more, he's not gonna abuse me anymore. He didn't. And to this day, he knows. I wish you would. Love you. Do anything for you within my power or my want to do for you. But keep your hands to yourself. And that goes to anybody, male, female, child, whatever, adult. Keep your hands to yourself. Don't put them on me in a anger way or way of rage because I matches your energy. You think it's cute to hit me as a child and say no? No. Now what? You think it's I'll walk away from a woman, but you following me and hit me in my head, think I'm supposed to sit there and take that? No, I'm not going to sit here and fight you, but you don't know, don't put your hands on me again. Do what you want to do. I'm not Croy, and you're not Kim Zolci. I can punch you in the head 3 times. I don't get hit. Love y'all, mean it. I admire you. Man, you got a bear. I got a whole fucking dinosaur. Don't wake a T Rex, baby. Because trust me, like I said, I'm gonna try to. Like I said, you gonna realize. Don't do it again. And it was a bad mistake to do it the first time. I'm just saying. But yeah, back to the stuff. That was off the topic. But yeah, that was goes to stuff. I've always been that way. That person who, like that. I told y'all I used to come like when all that was around the same year as the whole 12th, the sixth grade to eighth grade year. All that was about the same thing. You know what I'm saying? All that was about the same thing. Like I think, yeah, because I was a freshman, and he was a senior. Yeah, so it was all about the same thing. But thing is, and Ain't nothing Bennett. Okay, Bennett. You know what I'm saying? The thing is, I just thank God that He opened up my eyes. Like I said, therapy will probably help me, but at the same time, I see me for me. You know what I'm saying? And it's not about telling someone, having someone else tell me who I am and what I've done. It's about me being honest with myself. Like literally, to me, therapy is about being honest with yourself and being able to express yourself so you can be honest with yourself. And I'm honest enough with myself to know my faults, know my talents, know my shortcomings, all those things. So no one can tell me about me. Like it's a nice place. Like if you need a place to go to talk, to express yourself, therapy is great. I don't say don't go to therapy. I don't think therapy is for me because I'm sitting there talking to someone that I know have problems as well, who that I know have issues as well. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking to someone that I know and I see people. Like I can see you sitting there and I can tell something's going on with you what's that you're not dealing with. So I can't respect the fact that you're trying to tell me to deal with something that I know that you're not dealing with yourself because you're going through it. Have you talked to yourself? Have you done? You know what I'm saying? And that's where my mind goes. But I know I talk to myself. Sometimes I even answer myself. You know what I'm saying? But I talk to myself, and God shows me exactly. The Spirit shows me. Jesus shows me. The Lord shows me exactly what I need when I need it. How I need to take it in. How I need to process it. How I need to, like I always say, eat the meat and spit out the bones. Yes. Do I think I'm perfect? Far from it. I make mistakes. I made a mistake last night. But there is, I know I made a mistake. I know that I need to do better. I know that, you know what I'm saying, what I did, what I've done, how I'm doing it, you know what I'm saying, at times it's not always the right way. But there's never any malicious intent in what I'm saying. So that's why I said people get mad at me right now for this conversation I had. And people's like, well, don't do this with me because you don't know that. That's fine, baby. I don't know. You're absolutely right. But there's no malicious intent in what I'm saying. That's what we're probably saying. That's what people think it's crazy. That's what we're probably saying. Voodoo. Let me put that here. Because you know why it worked for you, Voodoo? Because you were ready. You sat down and unpacked your trauma with yourself. No one was trying to force you to do it. No one told you to do it. You were ready. You were ready to walk in the light. You were ready to see the light. You were ready for something different. And when you're not ready for something different, you're always going to repeat those same patterns. And when you don't know thyself, when you don't know yourself, you're always going to allow people to tell you who you are, how you fit in, and what you've done. This whole thing about racism was not. Like I said, I know this world has become a place where black is wrong, black is bad, black is no good, black is lazy, black is trifling, black is all these negative things. Because they do that because they're afraid of themselves. It's not about you. It's not about me being black, being a black man. It's about the others not being comfortable enough with themselves to allow you to be you. Not even allow you to be you, to stand out of your way while you're being you. And and like I said, some people need some people not need some people therapy works, some people therapy doesn't work. And it's not a good or bad thing, and it's not a judgment thing. Because I said I don't judge people who go to therapy. Shit, hell, I wish I could. I mean, not I wish I could, but if I needed someone to talk to because I wasn't getting the answers or the clarity and the confirmation that I have through my spiritual connection with God, I would go to therapy. But I'm getting the answers that I need. I'm unpacking what I'm unpacking with myself, so I don't need someone else, a human being, to tell me anything because God's telling me and showing me, and He hasn't been wrong yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm meant for greatness. I am going to be something to be, you know what I'm saying? Not even glorified, but I know that God has a plan for me. And I need to learn everything I need to know before I get there so I can get there. You know what I'm saying? Every night, part of my prayer is I thank God for working with me, through me, and on me. Working with me. You know I'm flawed. You know I'm human. I'm going to make mistakes. But thank you so much for always being there with me. To pick me up when I need to get picked up. To bless me when I need to be blessed. To protect me when I need to be protected. To love me when I need to be loved. To encourage me when I need to be encouraged. Thank you for being with me, working through me, for allowing me to be able to talk and articulate the love that you have shown me to others. Thank you for working through me by allowing your voice, your righteousness, your love to be shined through me by what I do in my real life. Showing it to my husband, to my family, to my coworkers, to my friends. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. I'm humbled by that. And thank you for working on me. I'm a work in progress. What you do, how you doing it, I appreciate it. And it's at your time, not at my own. It's at your will, not my own understanding. Because yes, I want what I want now. I'm patient, but I'm impatient. I'm patient with everybody else, but I'm impatient with what I know God has for me. Thank you for working on me to give me that patience to wait to understand that I need to learn something. I need to grow within myself. As grown as I am grown, piece of lint. But thank you for working on me to give me the conscious mindset to know that I'm not done. You know what I'm saying? Right, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for doing that because it's up to me, my human side, I want it and I want it now. It's my blessings and I want my blessings now. But the work he's doing on me is that it's not your time. Wait, relax, chill, be still, do the work, see your mistakes, see your faults. So when you are blessed with the abundance that I'm going to give you, with the access to excess that I'm going to give you, you're not going to falter with it. You're not going to, I'm saying, waste it. You're going to appreciate it. And I make promises to God. If He would have blessed me 10 years ago, those promises wouldn't have been kept. But if He blesses me today, the promises are going to be kept. So yeah, so that's part of my prayer every night. Thank you for working on me, with me, and through me. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not me, it's you. You know what I'm saying? My story has already been written. I've just been blessed by you to have had a glimpse of what you have in store for me. And I say a small glimpse of what He has in store for me. And that little small glimpse got me excited, baby. You have blessed me with talents beyond my imagination. Some people have all these thoughts and things as a kid, but the blessing of me being growing up in poverty, being a black man in this country, in this world, understanding that nothing is given to me, I got to earn everything that I have. Those are all blessings to me. And I'm not going to let any other, you know what I'm saying, Miss Pruitt, yeah, help me get on my own way. And He's been doing that. You know what I'm saying? Some things are confusing. Help me, help me get clarity and understanding. I don't have to know because I'm a person who needs to know the why. I don't have to know the why. Help me get clarity and understanding. Understand that this is what I need in order for me to move forward. Keep me on this path that I'm on. And with this nonsense right here, allowing the distractions to get to me. I can't do that. Allowing an other to be like, oh well, you're not good enough. Who? Okay, and you are. Okay, you know what I'm saying? I can't argue with you about that. You know. Oh yeah, we definitely yeah. No, me too. I'm in my way at times as well. You know what I'm saying? God want me to do something was not. I want to be stubborn and I'm in my own way. Baby, this flesh is a mess. Miss Graham, this flesh is a mess. Oh my God, baby. This flesh is a mess. And I've been a mess in it. I ain't gonna lie to you. And even that story. Miss Creel, you know this. Me and my spiritual journey that I'm on right now, I just recently understood several things. The whole Jacob Ladder story is fascinating to me. I love it. That story that I'm like, oh, right, yes, that just gives me the energy and proof that I need. That you know what I'm saying. God is with me and I'm with Him, and He comes down to me. I go up to Him. You know, so yes, yeah, yeah. I love that story, but I never understood the story here recently. But I never knew. I never knew. Um, in the books of the Bible, there is a vast period of 20 years from Jesus' age of 12 to the age of 32 that no one knows what was going on with him during that period of time. There's things where he went to certain areas to learn certain things. Well, that's how they explain it, the blessing that he is. But then at 32, when he showed up in Jerusalem on the back of that donkey or mule, he died at 35. So all the things that Jesus done to try to change his world for the better happened in 3 years. That is fascinating to me. That is fascinating to me. Oh, please do. Oh, please do. Oh, it's amazing. Y'all want to see the books I've been reading from, that I've been studying from? Oh, it's over there. Hold on, y'all, 1 second. Hold on 1 second. These books. And I'm studying. Was not, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, and I said, I thank Olivia for that because she said, because I mean, of course, I know these stories, but I don't know these stories. You know what I'm saying? I know these stories, but I don't know these stories. You know what I'm saying? I know the stories with the information of the Bible. You know what I'm saying? So I grew up, you know what I'm saying, in the Bible, not really in it. Like my mom was really religious. Yeah, my mom was religious. I'm spiritual. It's a difference. But yeah, it's very significant. Very. So the books I've been studying from and reading from, and I need to get like 7 more, but these ones I got so far. The Book of Giants, very good, very good reading and understanding about, and I don't take it literally, although I do believe there were giants out here. 33. Sorry, 33. Um, I don't know yet, V. Whatever. In his 30, early 30s. I ain't gonna sit here and argue all that. Yeah, the Book of Giants, the Watchers and the Fulfills, and the Book of Enoch. This one right here. The Gospel of Mary Magdalene. Very interesting reading. Very interesting reading. Then I mean, you hear about Mary Magdalene being a whore was like this, not knowing that she was really, I think, Jesus' first disciple, that she's the mother of Christianity. You know what I'm saying? Which is very fascinating. That right there, of course, the deluxe book of Enoch. What is it? Y'all can see it. You know what I'm saying? The deluxe edition. Enoch 1, 2, 3, and then Mary, Philip, and Judas. Very good book as well. The Book of Enoch is very good. Very good. It is basically kind of explains a lot of stuff that the Bible kind of. If your question about the Bible is not, if you're reading this and actually understand it, well, me reading it and asking for understanding was not, I'm getting a lot of good information from that. The Book of Jubilees, which is a really good one, you know what I'm saying? Very good book as well that I'm trying to get into. Ancient Book of Jethro, you know what I'm saying? Interesting reading. Was not just a prelude to it, was not, it's very interesting. I found it really good. It references Joshua 10:13, 2 Samuel 1 and 8, 1:18, and 2 Timothy 3 and 8. It's really good. So biblical facts that isn't in the Bible in that book. And then this one right here is a really good one as well. Because, you know, there are so many different things, and you just can't read one book and get a clear understanding. You can't. You can't read one person's teaching because you understand all these things may be translated into what it is. I don't have that one yet. I don't have that one yet, Miss Queenie. I don't have that one yet. Like I said, I told you there's like 7 or 8 that more that I need to get. But right now I'm starting with these. I think 6 books and the Bible is enough to start with on this journey, you know what I'm saying? While I have spiritual references and spiritual knowledge about certain things, I think 6, yeah. I think 6 is enough to start with. And as I get more information, I'm gonna get more information and figure out what more books and something I need to reference to and refer to, so it's not to get more understanding of what I may not be still clear of. But I'm getting a pretty good understanding of my spirituality. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing against Christians or Baptists or Buddhists, whatever religious thing you choose to identify with. It's not about that for me. For me, it's about understanding my spirituality. For me, it's about, you know what I'm saying, connecting deeper with my spirituality. It took me a long time to get that one, Miss Creole, because I don't want it to seem things. And my spiritual journey is I don't want it to seem that I'm questioning God, because I'm not questioning God. I'm questioning my understanding. You know what I'm saying? I'm just questioning my understanding. You know what I'm saying? What I've been taught and what, like, I'm seeing things in the world that is like, really, when I say I'm seeing things, and it's like I don't understand that. That's not what I don't understand that. So let me get some reference points. Let me get some understanding. Like I said, I heard the stories, and we seen the books and we seen the movies of Jacob Ladder, was not, but to actually read the story of Jacob's Ladder, you know what I'm saying, and Jacob and all these people, whatever, to read these stories and how it kind of, you know what I'm saying, goes with what I got on this thing, because it's like all this, it's just crazy to me. It's just crazy. Exactly. I don't want to be. That's the whole point. I don't want to be disobedient. I don't want to be like I'm that bad child like I was when I was just doing what I want to do. No, that's why I said I asked for reference. I asked for understanding. I asked for you to give me the knowledge that I need in order for me to make the proper decisions and to get the right stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So it's scary. It's scary because you don't want to be disobedient. You don't want to. Like I said, I'll say this all the time. This is in real life. A child will live up to or down to the expectation of the person that loves and cares for them. I know that God loves and cares for me. That's why I really don't care about a lot of stuff earthly on this world. I don't want to be in pain. I don't want to. God told me He's not going to ever do that to me. What's not, or harm me anyway, if I stay true to who I am and to Him and who He meant for me to be. But knowing that I don't want to be disobedient. And let me be completely honest with you guys. Just turn to a sermon now. The shit that goes on here on YouTube that y'all do, participate in, that's the real reason. I gave y'all the story of when I came to Atlanta and how I went to the clubs last night. And once I grew out of that, I don't go to the club anymore like that. It's the same thing here with YouTube, but it's more of a spiritual thing for me. I can't get involved in the minutia and the bullshit here on YouTube because it's not worthy of me being obedient to God. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense. Do it mean I'm not gonna cuss? No. It doesn't mean I'm not gonna drink? No. It means that I'm going to live this human experience as pure as possible. And this right here is something that I can control, that I can choose to actively participate in or not. And I'm choosing not to participate in it because it doesn't glorify me, it doesn't glorify God, it doesn't glorify anybody. It means absolutely nothing. And it doesn't mean that I'm this starch Christian. No, I'm human. I'm going to live this human experience as much as possible. And part of this human experience is knowing when enough is enough. Knowing when I've done enough and had enough in a certain environment. Hey, S. Hutchinson, baby, how you doing, sweetheart? Haven't seen you in a minute, girl. You know, so that's what it is. I'm on this spiritual journey where I don't care who's sleeping with who on YouTube, who's showing their long titties, who's doing this and who's doing that. I'm not there anymore. I'm not. And Hutchinson wasn't there. She's been gone, doing her own thing, whatever she's doing. Hope she's okay. Hope everybody her family's okay with that. But she was saying this a while ago. I'm not trying to be what the quote unquote beef sector think is popping or worthy of clout chasing. I'm chasing God's clout. I'm chasing spiritual clout. I said it. Let that ring the streets. Food Junkie is chasing spiritual clout. She's here, baby. She's here. You know what I'm saying? I'm chasing spiritual clout. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be what's popping here on YouTube. Give a damn about that. Because like I said, y'all gonna be stuck where y'all are, and I'm gonna be where I'm at. Good, bad, and indifferent. Miss Creel, Shelly, Miss Creel said, "Hey, how you doing? Hope you're feeling well." I'll put this on the screen so you can see it, just in case you don't see her. Yeah, I'm not trying to, like I said, and I went through these 2 hours and 30 minutes. Bottom line to say this: all this wrestling y'all talking about, all this whatever else y'all talking about, I don't care. My job from this point on is to chase God's clout, to chase spiritual clout, to I'm going to fall and stumble and make mistakes. And don't mean I won't cuss your ass out here on the YouTube, but that's not my purpose. Never has been my purpose. But I don't think there's anything that people can say or do to deter me from my path. It's God's will. And it's his will to open up my eyes to see how we, his people, made in his image, the originals, is being systematically wiped out. Right, right. I know, yeah. Because I said, I'm not here to make everyone happy. I don't care about that. I'm here to live in my truth. I'm here to tell my truth. I'm here to talk on what I'm talking about. And when I see that this conversation is being distracted and derailed and sabotaged, I have to say something. You're not gonna like it. You're not gonna agree with me with that, which is fine. You don't have to. You have your own opinion, and you're gonna live it from your own experience. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. That's where I'm at with it, and that's why I'm coming here with that. All this mess been going on, and people not saying anything. You know what I'm saying? But you're fine, baby. Um, but it's that's where I'm at with it. So when y'all don't see me on here as much, when y'all see me on here was not, I'm fine. And even if I'm not, I'm fine. You know what I'm saying? But I'm on a different journey. I told you I'm different. I'm not like everybody else. I know when I had enough. All this name calling and cussing me out and trying to put me to some bullshit. Maybe have fun with that. I wish you luck. I wish you well. I don't gotta fuck with you, but I love you in the meantime. I will love you over there somewhere. I will, saying respect you over there somewhere was not, but I'm not gonna get involved with that. And when I want to, and when a human moment happens, and I get off my chariot and I throw tomatoes at you, was not, I may. Not saying I will, but I may. But I'm saying I'm on a different place. I'm in a different place, and y'all not really seeing how we're being systematically wiped out of existence as Black people. Some by Black people, and some by others. And you're focusing on people who don't mean you any good. You're focusing on people who don't have your best interest at heart. You're focusing on things because it's clout chasing worthy. Like I said, I'm chasing spiritual clout. All this other bullshit crap y'all got going on right here. I want to seem pleasing in the eye of my Father. Ooh, don't say that, Miss Krill, baby. Don't say that because I just got chills reading that. Don't say that, baby. Well, I'm to say it, but don't. Y'all don't understand. Like my connection with God right now, knock on wood, Lord Jesus, it's so in sync. Like even my dreams are really vivid about what He's showing me and things of that nature. Y'all really understand. Like, and He's showing me how this world is crazy, and people's not seeing it. Eyes are not being open. And it's like, damn, I need you to understand, baby, y'all are worth so much more. Y'all are so much better than this. Y'all are so much better than this. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't understand. Like, if God made me, and I know I'm all that, I'm everything. And I know that I'm not the only one. God made all of us in His image. God has made all of us to glorify His name. God loves us so much, so much. God loves us so much that you can't even fathom how much He loves you and wants the best for you and wants you to be your best. Shelly, baby, you didn't say the word, baby. And it's not. Then, like I said, I ain't gonna lie to you and say that my human side won't cuss your ass out. Not saying that, but that's not my intentions. And if someone and if I say something to somebody was not, and I mention someone's name, is not with a malicious intent. You know what I'm saying? It's not. You know what I'm saying? You're fine, Miss Queenie, baby. Do your thing, sweetheart. You know what I'm saying? You know. Oh yeah, God showed me. Like I told you, I've seen angels. I've seen things happen in this world before it happened. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. You know. And Shelly, people don't. Like I said, y'all really don't understand. Y'all really can't grasp the. When I say I grew up poor, now I wasn't on the street Ethiopian. Shirley, what you call it? Sally Struthers, feed the hungry poor, was not. But when you hear about poverty-stricken areas in the United States, I lived in those areas. I grew up in those areas, and to be where I'm at today, to live how I live today, to have the limited, not limitless, but have the limited funds that I have in various areas and don't mind working for it and appreciating it. It's only God that can have done that. Even from giving me the strength, the energy, the health, the fortitude to even seek it. I told y'all I love school and education for one reason growing up. Now I appreciate it more now as an adult, but I appreciated school because of the free breakfast and the free lunch. That's how poor I was. That's how much I, the environment that I grew up in. as a child. That's why I started working at the age of 12. Told you, picking strawberries and raspberries in the summertime, selling candy door to door, which is so dangerous. I see now. I could have been snatched up, but only by the grace of God, I wasn't. A cute little boy like myself knocking on your door with all these sick people in this world. You know what I'm saying? In Seattle, one of the most racist aspects. I mean, like I said, I haven't experienced the racism because I lived in Seattle where the Ku Klux Klan had headquarters, where the Grand Dragon lived and ran it through there. You got a cute little black boy walking around with a crate full of candy, selling candy and tablecloths and nut clusters and stuff like that, door to door, and didn't experience racism. There's a God there. There's God watching over my entire life. I appreciate that. I'm humbled by that. So when people say that as a black man, I know you lied that you experienced racism. No, I didn't experience racism. I have been watched over and protected my entire life. And I'm so grateful and humbled for that. I know people think I'm arrogant. I'm not arrogant. I'm to buy myself down to y'all. I buy myself down to him. He is the one who, you know what I'm saying, brings me to my knees. Y'all don't. So I need to show y'all arrogance. I'm gonna show y'all humility. I'll show you humility by talking to you and by trying to help you be your best selves. Trying to bring you into the light. But like I said, you're not ready. And like Voodoo said, when they finally, I don't know, he or she, when they finally started seeing improvements, they chose to help themselves. So why would I sit here and humble myself to people who's not ready to even see anything? No matter how much I say you're beautiful, you're kind, you're smart, you're this and that. You don't want to hear that right now. You want to hear who have long titties, who slept with who's showing pee, who's calling the police on somebody, what somebody works for, you can dox them. That's what you want to hear. Baby, this spiritual warfare ain't no joke. Because it causes you to question yourself and question your sanity and question what it is that you're doing. Are you doing it right? What can you do better? How can you be more of a servant to God? How can you and when I say God, I'm not talking about religion. I'm talking about spirituality, and that's the difference. People, religious beliefs and stuff are man-made. These books, while it's helping me and I'm reading what's not, these are man-made. These are written by men who are flawed. So that's why when I read them, I ask for God's understanding. Help me get the understanding that I need to get from them. What's not. So don't confuse me on this spiritual journey with me being this religious fanatic, because I'm not a religious freak or a religious fanatic. I am on this spiritual journey. Like I said, I'm chasing spiritual clout because I know that I am one of the few that God has touched and shown and who opened up his eyes and realized it was not. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be better than anyone else. I'm just trying to be my best self. I'm not asking for perfection. One of the poems I wrote, I wrote a poem called "Not a Prayer for Perfection." If y'all want to hear this, let me know. Well, told you I got a lot going on today. A lot I want to say because it's just bubbling out. But there's a prayer that I wrote in the book that I published called it "Not a Prayer for Perfection." And basically, the bottom line of it is, you know, I'm not asking for you to make me perfect. I've been on a spiritual journey for a while, but I'm just really starting to dive into it now. You know what I'm saying? For other reasons that was like that. But I'm saying I'm not asking for a prayer for perfection. I'm asking you to make me the most perfect person that I was meant to be. Basically, you know what I'm saying? And that was the gist of that. It was a prayer, but I turned it into a poem. You know, I'm not asking you to make me perfect. I want you to make me into the most perfect person that I was meant to be, which means that I know that I'm flawed. I'm going to be flawed. I'm going to die flawed. But while I'm here going through this human experience, please allow me to experience it in the most perfect way so I can have an understanding, so I can have clarity of mind, of body, of spirit, of understanding. You know what I'm saying? I'll get that book. Y'all keep getting me get up. Let me turn this camera off. Oh, actually, I don't mind standing up for the camera. Y'all know me. Bam, bam. Hold on 1 second, y'all. I gotta find that book. I thought I had it up here, but it's probably downstairs. Copy of my book. Copy of my book. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. I gotta do the restroom as well. Wash my hands, all that other stuff. Give me 1 second, y'all. Be right back with you. Give me 1 second, y'all. Be right with you. Give me 1 second, please. How in the Sam hell I lose a whole book? A whole book. A whole motherfucking book. Ugh, I hate this. And right when I don't need it, I'm gonna find it. Right when I don't look for it, I'm gonna find it. That's right there. Those are all my writings. All of my other books. All of my stuff. Where is this book? Damn it. Whatever it is. I don't have it. Piss me off. Jesus. Open up a copy of a book. Jesus. Bless me. Sorry about that, y'all. Sorry about that. 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 Y'all see it? Y'all see it? I'm sorry about that. Ugh. Exactly. Y'all know I'm not trying to promote my stuff online, not in this area, but this is not the book that I wrote. You know what I'm saying? This is a book that I wrote. I'm not trying to promote it online because y'all like to do evil stuff with people's information. But this is the book that I wrote. You know, and as you can see, ISBN number, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's a real book. It's a real book. But yeah, so I've always been a spiritual person. Was not. Let me look up this. Not a perfection. Da, da, da. Basically, it's a poetry book. My perfect clarity. Not a what page is that on? You know, praying for freedom. Nope, 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 nope. And basically, I do a lot of journal writing and stuff like that. I turn a lot of my journal entries into poems and prayers and stuff like that. Not as cute as most. Okay, here, right here. Page 56, 58. So a little simple poem. Y'all can see. A little simple thing right there. And it said, not a perfect perfection. I'm not perfect. And Lord, I know this. My thoughts sometimes stray, and I often allow things of non importance to affect me. I come to you asking for a clearer head. I come to you asking for a clearer mind. I come to you asking for sincerity of spirit. We are all meant to walk down different paths. This I know. I ask you to guide me as I walk down my path. I am not asking you to make me perfect, Lord. All I'm asking is that you continue to mold me into the most perfect person that I was meant to be. This is my prayer. Amen. It's really simple. And like I said, I turn a lot of my little journal entries like that, you know what I'm saying, to write this book into like prayers and poems and oh shit. No sound. Y'all can hear me? Let me try it again. Did y'all hear me or do I need to do it again? Let me know. Oh, you heard it. It probably was you, Shelly. It probably was you. Okay. But yeah, it's just that, and like that, I'm just taking I'm just taking that um to the next level. And that book was written, you know what I'm saying, 15, 20 years ago. It's all good, baby. You know, it's just that. Like, you know, I've always been a spiritual person. I've always been a person who believed in God. I always believed a person who knew that I'm a process of oh, sorry to hear that, Shelly. Can't hear anything. Um, I wrote the book, the story of me writing the book. See, like it's always God. It's always God. It's always God, and I give Him all the glory and all the praise. It's always God. I worked for an airline. You know what I'm saying? And I worked for an airline for 2.5 years, and I was going through the training to be a flight attendant. You know what I'm saying, from the job that I had to be a flight attendant was not, and me being me, not. I mean, I guess you call it arrogant, but I let the person know that I'm doing this and I'm going to do this with that. But ultimately, I want to be an instructor. I don't want to be on the planes flying all the time. I want to be I want to be an instructor who teaches people all this stuff. Because I don't want to be traveling. I don't want all that life forever. So I'm doing that to do this. That was my goal, and I was killing it in training. I was killing it. I was killing it, and that's when I started going through my just a Jan van Sant finding who you are, understanding who you are, understanding the pain, doing the work, basically. Start doing the work. During that time, I was doing work during that time. And and a week before I was complete training, because it was like a 3 month course, because a week before, you're fine, baby. A week before I was going to go through the training, um, I got pulled to the office, and I had one of my young sponsors of books that I was doing the work from the training center to the airport to do one of these test flights we was doing. And basically, after the test flight, I got pulled in the office, whatever, and the instructor was there, was saying that, well, I'm gonna write you up because you was reading, you was reading something other than company material on the plane. I'm like, but people was reading magazines and papers and stuff like that, so I'm confused why I was reading a book. Whatever. So he wrote me up, and I was, so I went home, whatever, and wrote a 11-page letter to attach to this write up, because I don't think I deserve to write up. Because he told me he will write up the next day. So the next day he said, "Don't worry about it. You're not getting rid of what's not da da da," because he had saw that letter attached to it. But my plan was always to write and journal this story of me being a flight attendant was not, so I could turn it into something. But when that happened, they released me from the program, and with the company I was with, it was that you can do a tribunal to see if you can get your job back to San Third. But I guess since I was, long story short, since I was in training, I didn't have a job, quote unquote, anymore. So they released me from the company altogether. So I wrote another letter to the tribunal board and asking, can I get, you know, can I get a tribunal so I can plead my case? Why I shouldn't be fired? Why should I have my job back? Why it's because of me? So in the process of me hearing my friend was not, I started journaling about it was not, and that's a lot of stuff came in. Like I wrote, and then um, a couple of months, a couple what like a half a year later, 9/11 happened. So I wrote something about 9/11. So it took me probably from the time that happened, from the time of publishing it, probably a year and a half, maybe 2 years, because I was using life experiences and things that I've seen on the street and stuff that I'm hearing people say was not as experienced, to kind of journal and then turn that into something more than a poem. Like during that time, I did a lot of writing. I wrote like probably 3 screenplays. I outlined like 6 books while I was still working on that right there. So it took me a while. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of stuff that I've done and do that I don't even talk about on here. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, I did a lot of that. But so that the process of that took me, so from getting a copy of it in my hand, um, took about like 2 years, about 2 years. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, but that's it. Everything happens for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, that taught me a lesson as well. I learned from that. I learned that, saying, you don't let everyone know what your plans are. Your plans is for you and God. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, we make plans and God laughs. Your plans is from you and God. But the fact that I don't say boastful with that, but I let them know. Like, I mean, because when I started working for the airline, I just left the school system. You know what I'm saying? So it was okay. I left the school system. You know what I'm saying? I like teaching, so let me do this until I have opportunity to teach again. I'd rather teach adults and show them how. Because I love flying. Flying is fun. Like working for airlines are fun. Like you're saying, there's nothing crazy about it, but it's fun. So I mean, and it wasn't like a boastful thing. It was like, oh yeah, I want to do your job. You know what I'm saying? I want to do what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And I guess he saw that if I did this job, I would be better at it than he is. So because not everyone is meant to teach. Not everyone is meant to talk in front of people or do things like that, whatever. So it was that type of thing. It was really, you know, just for me it was fun. I had fun doing it and learning all about you know what I'm saying, aviation stuff like that. It was fun, you know. But like I said, that was God's way to me. Don't be telling people all your business. What I have for you is for you. Don't worry about what everybody else thinks. That's not for you. You know what I'm saying? And so that was etched. But from that came this book and came my love of storytelling and writing those 11-page letters and 3-page letters was not and all that. What's up, Jay? What talking about, baby? That was what came from it. You know what I'm saying? Book is in the Library of Congress, have an ISBN number, sold all over the thing. I speak on the book because it really is, it's kind of spiritual. Like when I was writing it, I still work the funny thing is, I don't work for the airline anymore, but I work at the airport. So when I let people read certain things, was not, or hear certain things, whatever, and read certain things to them, whatever, they're like, this book is really spiritual. Is yeah, I see God throughout it. I'm like, yeah, it is definitely much. Definitely much. Exactly. Don't right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It was a good situation. It was a good situation. But yeah. But like I said, but yeah, that was that, And it was very much a process of dealing with like and really understanding self and dealing with self and what I'm saying? And not really being boastful, but bringing it down a notch. You know what I'm saying? Bring it down a notch because not everyone's ready to see you shine. Not everyone's ready to look into your light. Not everyone's ready to be able to deal with that. A lot of people don't understand that and they think they see it as arrogance or conceit or things like that. And I realize that I'm just living in my life. You know, I'm good on stage and I'm good just chilling by myself. You know what I'm saying? I don't need crowds to fill me up or tell me who I am. Type of thing. Who's that? And that all leads back to this whole racism thing conversation that people are having. You want people to acknowledge what you see in yourself. Why? You want people to celebrate what you should be celebrating within yourself. Why? If there's someone who think that you're not good enough or you're not light enough, you're not dark enough, you're not pretty enough, you're not this enough, why does it matter? You know what I'm saying? Once you realize and know who you are at your core, it's all your only job is to radiate that. That's your only job. My job is not to get you to like me. My job is not to say, oh, well, you said something to somebody else that affected me. Why is it affecting me? That's what I don't understand. Like even this conversation about old girl, why is her conversation? Let me set up. I'm slouching. Why is her conversation affecting you? I can't help that. Right. I can't. I can't help that. I can't help the fact that what I'm saying. God has blessed me with self esteem. God has blessed me with understanding and knowing my gifts and my talents and my, what I'm saying, what He put me on here to do. I asked Him to do that. And the whole saying, be careful what you ask for because you just may get it. That's why I'm happy that I'm preparing mentally, spiritually, emotionally, what I'm saying, for the blessings. I'm preparing for it. I'm asking Him to prepare for it. Help me prepare for what's not. What I'm saying? Like, I have a game plan. And it may not work out the way you planned it was not, but to be thrust somewhere, like just like being thrust into the ocean where you can't swim. I don't want to drown. So let me take some swimming classes. Let me learn how to swim. Let me understand breathing techniques. Let me understand floating techniques. Let me understand different strokes, front stroke, back stroke. Let me learn how to doggy paddle with that. Let me prepare myself, what I'm saying? So when it happens, what I'm saying, I'm prepared. I know I'm gonna be thrown into the deep end. So let me prepare myself for it. Have nothing to do with me. It's none of my business whatsoever. None. You know. But yeah, it was real funny. What's not and watching these conversations, watching these people talk and debate and argue and jump on panels, jump off of panels, discuss panels. What's not? It's like, really, what are y'all doing? What's the end game? Do you think that this person who has been antagonistic, you think that you telling her that she hurt your feelings or she bothered you or she upset you, is going to change her or make her dig in even harder on that subject? Y'all don't eat popcorn at the movies because it's still stuck in my goddamn throat. You know, I don't get it. Like I said, we are on. There is this. There is this agenda out here that is trying to throw everything away that is black, that affirms black, that comes from black, that's been invented by black, There's this agenda out there. It's not, and you fall into that when you don't know yourself, when you don't know that you're good enough, when you don't know that you are made in God's image, when you don't know that, they win. They win when you don't recognize your greatness, when you don't recognize your talent. They win when you don't recognize your importance in history, your importance to this world, your importance to this human civilization. They win when you don't recognize that, understand that, and you fight for that within yourself just by understanding it and knowing it and not allowing distractions to get to you. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't tell me, like I said, we hear about the stoplight, we hear about the cotton gin, we hear about the peanut was not, but like I said, we hear about that. Exactly, eradication of our heritage. Like they want us to believe that all we are slaves. All we came from is slaves. Then when they want to get at you, it's not. They let's talk this right here as well, which also people don't understand. As an educated person, as someone who knows something, as someone who knows things, we know, and they want to distract you with, oh, well, slavery is not new to black people. Black people on people who exhibited slavery. I understand slavery is not new to black people. It is not just relegated to black people. I understand that. Slavery is in every aspect in every corner of this world. Like I always say, oh, happy birthday to your son. Happy birthday. Thank you for coming in, baby. Happy birthday. Okay. Okay. Bye, Charlotte. Thank you for coming in, baby. And happy birthday to your son. Um, Slavery is not new to black people. Slavery is not only for black people. Every nation, country, land, if you go to war with someone, especially in ancient times, you enslave those people. I know that. I'm not stupid. White, black, Asian, Hispanic, Mayans, all that. We all have some part of slavery in our existence based on our culture. What makes chattel slavery so horrific is that you stripped away every existence of a human being. Actually, not, you didn't call human beings. You made what God made property as if they belong to you. Their life was in your hands to allow to live or to destroy. Wiped away all their culture, all their existence, everything that makes them them, to make them within what you want them to be, assimilate them to your culture, to what you want them to be. Now, mind you, me saying this, me just saying that, my definition of what I think, what makes the slave culture in America so crazy, and why we need to focus on that and understand that and study that. If we as a people was made in God's image, was made in God's image, and you have another people who came from us, descended from us, telling us that they now own us when we are God's people. How happy do you think God is with that? You strip away everything that make us us, or you try to strip away everything that makes us us, and you think that I don't know, I'm not intelligent enough to know, I'm not smart enough to know that slavery is not the issue. It's the assimilation of a human being to allow them to lose who they are, their spirituality, their connection with God, to go with what you say and look at you as God and use God's words to enslave them. and tell them they should be happy, they should be grateful, they should allow this to happen and not want to fight for their independence and stuff. That's what makes America's chattel slavery so bad. Yes, we know slavery has been all across the world throughout history. Anytime one tribe fought with another tribe, the tribe who lost has been enslaved by the tribe who won, the land who won. I know that. Call it slavery, call it ingratiated, or initiated, ingratiated into the culture as it can be. That's what it was. You always look down on them. Is it right? No. Does it exist? Yes. But don't try to change the goalposts or move the goalposts by saying we're not, it's not what happened to us as a people is not is the same as everybody else. You kept your nationality. You kept when you still are Chinese, you're still Asian, you're still that. No one came there and then, oh, well, y'all sold each other. Yeah, they did. I know that. Was it right? No. Or were there black slave owners? Yes, there were. Here in America, there were black slave owners. I'm not dim from that. I'm not dumb from that. That doesn't mean anything. But they learned the pattern of behavior from somewhere. In those other times, yeah, did they treat them the best? No. Did they treat them like equals? No. But they didn't take away their humanity. They didn't assimilate them to a culture different from what they're used to. Yes, things change. Yes, things change and evolve. You based on the resources, based on what your environment, based on whether we all change that way. But there has always been a conscious effort to wipe away our blackness, our contributions to the world, contributions to history, contributions to inventions, and y'all worry about what someone says that y'all don't even know. I'm just saying, make it make sense. You're worried about someone that you choose to be a part of their conversation. Where did that girl live? I don't know. I don't care. But I don't know that you're. I know that you're not coming. I know that you're not coming to my house to change a rule that I live by. No one is. Like I said, God has always covered me. I've never, knock on wood, experienced outward racism. Do I understand the effects of racism? Yes. But I can't tell you, oh, well, someone ever called me. Well, one little boy called me a nigger growing up was not, and he got the life choked out of him, literally. His tongue turned blue. He had to put my hands from around his throat. I'm just saying. But other than that situation and being followed around the store every once in a while, what's not, you know what I'm saying? Until I cuss their ass out. See, I've always been the one when I experienced it, I handled it when I experienced it. I don't go places where I'm not accepted. Literally. I don't go like if I'm in a store and I sense something that's not right, I take my black ass out that store and you don't get my green money. I'm not gonna buy that icy from you or that Coke from you and complain about how you treated me while I bought that Coke. That don't make sense to me. I'm not gonna buy that bag of chips and then complain that you treated me bad while I gave you my money. While I gave you my money for that bag of chips. That same bag of chips could be bought a million different other places that would appreciate my money. But you won't get it. Just like you won't get my energy. You won't get my conversation. You won't get my time. And it's not even about her. It's about y'all. The conversation I'm having is with y'all. Why are y'all allowing people to steal your energy, control what you do, control what you think, and you blaming them for controlling what you do, what you think. Well, they ain't controlling me. Yes, they are, because you're upset about it. You're following every panel that they're on, hearing them say the same things, disrespecting you. Let you tell it, because they can't disrespect me because I don't know you. You feel some kind of way about what they're saying, but yet you're still following them around, hearing and watching them say it. Make it make sense. I don't like. I personally don't get that. That's just me. You can't make me feel some kind of way that I don't want to feel. You can't do to me what I don't allow you to do. But y'all are allowing people to treat y'all any kind of way. Y'all allowing people to speak to you any kind of way. You know what I'm saying? And asking for more. I hope this all makes sense. This whole conversation makes sense. Because I'm trying to, it's all rooted in knowing who God made you, meant for you to be, and walking in that. You want people to accept you because you see us a certain way. They're not going to, because they're not ready to see your light. They're not ready to see your greatness. They're not ready to be around that because they can't deal with it. It has absolutely nothing to do with you. All this mess going on these streets, I can't do it because it has nothing to do with me. It's not. It's not a place on my bingo card. It's not. I don't have to pass through the conversations of these people on here in order for me to get what I need to get in real life, to get that spiritual clout that I'm chasing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not chasing none of this. And you don't like me, dislike me, whatever it's gonna be. Oh, you black. I don't like because you black. Or you gay. I don't like you because you gay. You're a man. I don't like you because you're a man. Oh well, baby, I love me some me. And God loves me some me. And God really don't play about me. You know what I'm saying? He never have. He's just allowing me to bask a little bit more in his graciousness and his glory. So I'm choosing to do that. Yeah, it's like, I mean, I think I speak logically. I think I speak, you know what I'm saying, with some type of authority, at least on my life and my experiences, but I try to speak on it through the lens of someone who sees things bigger than himself. Because I'm just one little small speck of sand on the beach. But that one little small speck of sand, if it's caught in the wrong place on your body, can cause a mighty big rash of irritation. Y'all know that one little grain of sand that you get caught between your toes, you don't know it's there. Next thing you know, you start walking, no, it's not. And then next thing you have a whole blister on your foot. Then next your foot get affected and your foot get cut off, your leg get cut off. You know what I'm saying? I'm just one speck of sand on the beach. You know what I'm saying? That one little speck of sand get in the crack of your butt cheeks moving together. Next thing you know, your shit's irritated. I'm just saying, I'm just one little speck of sand. You think it's insignificant, but I know my power. You know what I'm saying? I know my power. I know the power that God has given to me. And I know that I'm not going to allow anyone on here to derail that. And in order for me not to allow people to derail that, I need to stay as off of here as much as possible in order for me to continue on the journey that I'm on. So I can be the best person that I was meant to be, that I've asked God for. Miss Creole, you know that one little speck of sand? People think, oh, it's just a piece of sand. It ain't important. Okay. Walk around with that little speck of sand in your butt crack for a while and don't take a shower. And I'll be able to reach it. Okay. We'll see. In the crevices and rolls and stuff. See what happens. Okay. But yeah. Like I said, I know, like I said, even how I can identify with a speck of sand, a grain of sand from the beach, and understand how powerful it is. The respect and just the respect I have for that. Because I have respect for myself and I have respect for God. I understand and appreciate what He has shown me, what He has taught me, what I have been through. I don't take I don't I take advantage of it, but I don't take for granted for things, and I also don't put myself in positions and places where I have to fight and defend myself. Like so people get upset, like I'm not upset, but I expect more from people who say that they are spiritual. I expect more from people who say that they are educated. I expect more from people who say that they have something to say in a way they can say it without yelling and screaming and cussing and fussing and being emotional about it. Emotion don't mean nothing to me. It really doesn't. Like when people get loud, like, oh, I'm passionate about this. I'm passionate about God. I'm passionate about my salvation. I'm passionate about my blackness. But I don't need to scream, yell, and over talk people in order for me to show my passion. That doesn't shows or denotes passion for me. That denotes ignorance and the lack of ability to control yourself. I understand, God, when you're at war, you do things, but you can choose and pick what wars you choose to engage in. What's the outcome of this war that you're raging with these people on here? What's the outcome? What's your end game? What are you hoping to accomplish by working with the people on here? Exactly, Miss Creole. Exactly. Making all these permanent decisions, these permanent actions, these permanent moves on a temporary situation. This doesn't mean anything. It really doesn't mean anything. Like what? Who cares? Honestly, what someone that you don't know says about you. Who cares that someone that you say is white or what called interloper was not comes in and is allowed in somewhere? They don't make you go and talk to them. They don't make you do those things. You have to make the decision to, okay, am I going to engage or am I not going to engage? Okay, I'm not going to engage. Great, let's move on. But I'm not going to ear hustle somewhere that I'm not wanted, where I don't like, where I don't want to be, just to get offended. So I can come on here and have commentary about how offended I am by what you said. And then you respond to me being offended. Got things right here. Who don't I know? Let's engage right quick. Let's engage this troll. Who don't I know? I don't know James because he had the conversation I'm discussing about. I don't know Olivia. I don't know Lovely Love. I don't know Jay Dunn. I don't know Pizza. I don't know Nina, which is conversation was about. I don't know Nika, who have been said that they allowed her on her channel. I don't know Bree. Who don't I know? See, I love a troll who tries to troll just to joke the conversation was not. But like I said, that doesn't work with me. Who don't I know? And you've been here for 3 hours, or you've been listening for 3 hours, or you've been back and forth for 3 hours. Like, what's the issue? You know what I'm saying? This is my ear. Shit. I'm confused. You're quiet now, baby. You get attention. You get attention. Who don't I know? I'm confused. Who don't I know? We're waiting. We're waiting bated breath for you to tell me who I don't know. Who don't I know? I'm confused. Please explain. You dropped down something to say. You dropped down something to say, but now you're not saying anything. I'm confused as to who I don't know. See, there's always one who wants to disrupt and cause confusion. Just like I'm saying, I don't know you. Don't know what color you are. Don't know if you're a man or you're a woman. Don't know if you're gay, straight, fat, old, young, cute, ugly, attractive, in somewhere in between. Cat, dog, parrot, seal, mermaid, merman. I don't know you. But yet I'm still engaging with you, right? You definitely don't know me because you dropped down with some bullshit. Thinking I won't check that ass. Don't confuse with the fact that I'm on this spiritual clout chase, this spiritual clout journey, that I won't check your motherfucking ass quickly. Let us not forget, someone who believes in the Lord and believes in God still is prepared to wage spiritual warfare with you. I'm confused. So you see what I'm saying, Miss Creole? Everybody in the chat, y'all see what that is? You want to come down, drop down, think that you're going to disengage and cause confusion was not, and I'm going to sit here and just be discombobulated. Baby, you don't have that kind of power. That what these 3 hours was about. Actually, let me refer that. This 3 hours and 22 minutes and 24 seconds was about asking the people that I'm speaking to and speaking about, why are y'all allowing someone that you don't know to control you? You see how I turned your troll into a talking point, into a bullet point that actually does fit into the conversation we've been having for 3 hours, 22 minutes, or 20, almost 12 to 23 minutes? Let's jump off there right quick. I can do it because I'm intelligent and I've been blessed by the best. The conversation is, so if you ever try to remove it later on. And it needs to be said, it needs to be said, Miss Creole. You get it, but they don't get it. It needs to be said. You've been on here, so you've been on for 3 hours talking about people you don't know. But what are they talking about? Allowing people that you don't know to affect you. Allowing people that you don't know to determine and dictate how you feel and what you feel about yourself. Someone that you should know. I'm confused. See, I don't do the ignorance and stupidity very well. You dropped down and thought that you were eating. You dropped down and thought that you were eating me up. Oh, I'm gonna put this in the chat. They're gonna stump him. They're gonna stop him. I'm eating with this right here, baby. You just got ate up by your own words. I'm full. Let me wash that down right quick. See how easy that was, how effortless that was? Reveal yourself. Like I said, people want to talk about numbers and this, that, and third. And the reality is, you still gonna live your miserable, horrible existence of a life. And I'm still gonna live mine. I hope and wish that you have as much glee coming from you that I have coming from me one day. So much understanding, so much comprehension, so much oomph that you have, that you took the energy to write that little comment. I'm just saying, y'all kill me. Y'all on these things protecting and projecting as if it means something to someone like myself. I spent 3.5 hours letting you know that I have self-confidence. It's all about me and how it should be all about you. And you thought that that was something that was going to derail me. You thought that you were going to come in here and distract. When in reality, you came on here on message. You came in this chat with that little sarcastic ass comment on message. You see how God works, y'all? Y'all see how the devil tries to distract and deflect and navigate what's not, but God gives certain of us the mindset, the comprehension skills, the ability to turn the devil's word back on them. The devil, what the devil meant for harm, God turns it to good. What the devil tries to deflect and distract with, God uses the devil's own words against them to prove them wrong. You came on here as a distraction, baby, not realizing that you're on message. You're right on message. But like I said, there's a lot going on. There's a lot happening in this world that we need to really be aware of. We need to be aware of how they're trying to really eradicate blackness. They're trying to eradicate it within and without the community. It's up to you. He will do it, baby. Won't he do it, baby? Thank you. Set an example. Set the example. That's how you do that, y'all. These trolls want to drop down and pop down, then they can distract and deflect, baby. All they realize is that if you really think about it, what they're saying, what they're doing, they're coming in on message. It's just a distraction that if you allow it to happen, well, it's not, you're not on message. You're not confident in what you're saying. You don't know what's going on. You allow someone else to dictate what's happening. Clowns and trolls troll in, right on message. And I use it as a talking point. I use it as a bullet point. I use it as, you know what I'm saying, a line, an itemized line on the agenda. That's it. But yeah, the devil tries. And God allows us to be who we are. It's up to us to make sure that no one can take us off the path that God has meant us to be on. And this racial tension, I keep saying that tension. Y'all know that was a drag queen name in Tu Wong Fu. Her name was Racial Tension. They call it Rachel Tension, but it was supposed to be pronounced racial tension. But yeah, y'all allowing these people to distract you and deflect off of what it is that needs to be talked about. And that is why are we why are we allowing not just people here on this sector of YouTube, but in the world to eradicate blackness, eradicate us from history? Like I said, there's not Ethiopians, Egyptians, who's not even claiming to be African, when Ethiopia, the country, is actually in on the continent of Africa. But they say they're Middle Eastern when that is, you know what I'm saying, in parts of Asia. I'm, y'all don't see it happening from a small scale here on YouTube to a large scale happening globally. What's up, Ashley, baby? How you doing, sweetheart? You still on vacation? Ashley, you still on vacation? You know, it's crazy to me. Like, it's crazy to me that y'all don't see parallels. Y'all just don't connect the dots. You're focused on one ignorant person making ignorant statements that you really don't identify with, so you say. But it's so important to you that you are, you know what I'm saying, going through the rigmarole and all the extras, shenanigans. For what? It gives you numbers. Okay. Enjoy your numbers. Like I said from the beginning, when I watched James' channel panel, was it last Friday, Friday before, whatever it was? Only thing that made sense is what James was saying at the very beginning of that panel. The rest of that hour to 3 hours was, you know, a bunch of rigmarole. You know, Vashti's still on vacation, y'all. She's been on vacation about a year and a half now, baby. Vashti been on vacation about a year and a half. First, she started off asking for money to help her with her vacation, baby. She's still on vacation. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that. I just find it funny. I was not listening to these people who say they're educated and they're articulate and well spoken, all these things on that. get in an uproar about someone they don't know, saying some racial slurs that is stupid, you know, just doing these racial epithets that been going on, just even just parallel on what's happening in the world itself. But yeah, you don't want to talk about what's happening in the world itself. You rather be isolated in a bubble of quote unquote the beef sector. Hey, what baby? How you doing, sweetheart? Thank you, baby. Appreciate it. You know, I don't get that. Not when you say that you are quote unquote, you know, all about understanding of self and awareness of self and blackness this and not appropriating that. And I don't get it. It's all a contradiction to me. I can't take people seriously who do that. I really can't. And then there's not a me hating someone, me not liking someone. What's not? Or this is bad. This is this and that. I am greasy. I'm greasy. Probably that popcorn too from a movie theater. But yeah, I'm just saying. I just, like I said, come from a different cloth, on a different journey. Not a better one, not a one, whatever. It's just I'm better. Thank you, I appreciate it. I mean, I try to be. You know what I'm saying? I try to be. Try to be. You know, you're definitely doing that, Miss Creole. It's definitely doing that. Thank you, Miss Queen. I mean, it's so much chaos. Like but thing is, it's chaos on here because it's chaos in the world. It really, truly is. Like what's happening here is definitely a reflection of what's going on in the world. It definitely is. Like what's happening on social media. I'm now I'm bothered because I'm greasy as hell. Block. Wash my face. Sorry about that. A little better. Yeah, a lot better. A lot better. I do. Yes, I do, Rusty, but I'll bring that like all of my positive, creative stuff. I showed y'all a little design I did the other day at work. But other than that, I'm not. I read a poem also in this live, but I'm this space is not appropriate for what I actually have in my real life. You know, you know, it's not appropriate for what I have going on in my real life. And to bring some, I know it would be a good thing, but I do a lot of other stuff on other channels that I have that I don't bring to the beef sector. I just this place is too chaotic. The energy is too chaotic. It's too chaotic. Yeah, it was a poem called "Not a Prayer for Perfection." You know, but yeah, it's just I just I don't know, just I don't understand it. Like we're grown, we say we're grown, we say we're grown, we say we're black, but part of being black, at least in my experience of being a black man, knowing that the cards are stacked against me, you know, but and not experiencing it firsthand, I still know how to walk and carry myself. What I'm going to engage in, what I'm not going to engage in, and if I choose to engage in it, how I'm going to engage in it. And it does me nothing to be up here screaming, yelling, cussing, and fussing with people that aren't willing to hear. They're only listening to respond, not listening to comprehend. Oh, it's not under food junkie, baby. No, I don't bring none of that. Oh, I have like 6 channels, and I don't bring any of those other stuff over here. What? Come through, Vashti View. Complete finals now. Good job, Mama. Good job. Ooh, I'm so happy for you. Congratulations. They expand that mind, baby. And education's not for everybody like that. But Education is for self. It helps you understand self discovery, like education in general. The more you know, the more you know helps you expand every aspect. I'm a consummate student. I will always be a student. I will learn and I don't go and you don't have to go to a institution to learn. You can, like I said, I showed y'all the 6 books I'm reading and studying and learning from. You're not. Miss Creole, you're not, baby. I mean, it's gonna show some. These are gonna y'all mark my words. What's today's date? The 4th, 5th? No, the 4th. June 4th, 2023. All will be revealed in time. All will be revealed in time. Right, Miss Queen. Right. Like, that's all will be revealed in time. Yeah, I'm so proud of you, Vashti. Good job, baby. She get off here. She been on vacation and in school, baby. She said she's on vacation and in school. She is not playing with y'all motherfuckers long here. She catching y'all from the sidelines. Good job. Yeah, I think that this something is just that I love. Like told y'all, I started liking school because of the free lunches and the free breakfasts. Y'all remember the free breakfast, those little hot donut? I don't know how well age range y'all in or what school system y'all was in, but my school system in my age range, like middle school and not middle school, elementary school. Baby, I fell in love with school then. Them little hot donuts, them little clear package, and that ice cold milk. The donuts used to be like cinnamon donuts. You know what I'm saying? Oh yes, it was everything. Ice cold milk. The little oatmeal with the little raisins in it, with that toast with the cinnamon butter on it. Yes, baby. 41. Good job, Mama. Congratulations. Happy birthday, early birthday to you. If I don't see you on these streets, I may not be back until 2 weeks from there. You know what I'm saying? But happy birthday to you, Miss Creole. Yeah. Like, I remember this sector, it was messy, yeah. It was always been messy. We've always been messy as hell, you know. But it was messy with a purpose. It was messy without being ugly. It was petty without being ugly. 'Cause, y'all know I engage in several petty moments here on these YouTube streets. Y'all remember? Was it the IHOP situation where me, Deanna, Shan, who else was it? It was like several of us did a parody on the IHOP situation where me and Deanna was there saying that we saw what happened. I had on that little straw hat, I had a full costume on. Deanna had a full costume on with an accent. Shan was a news reporter. We had fun. It was messy as hell, but we had fun. It was not. It was lighthearted. It wasn't ugly. It wasn't dark. It wasn't nasty. Even the cutouts was kept very surface level. Now what y'all have going on is just reflecting the ugliness in the world. Crazy, 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 crazy. But yeah, y'all, I've been on here for damn near 4 hours, which is crazy. And thank y'all so much for being here. Thank y'all for coming in and out. Thank y'all for coming. I mean, I just thank everyone because it's a blessing. It's a blessing. I take it all as a blessing. As I said, it's my job to learn from my experiences. It's not for anyone to teach me anything. It's for me to be open enough to learn from my experiences and see how I can do better next time. And that's what I'm learning. That's what I've learned. It's not for me to come in places expecting anything. No, I'm proud. I mean, yeah, I'm proud of Vashti as well. That school thing is important, and that's saying it's not even education, but the fact that you expanding your horizons. Like I'm happy for that. I'm happy that saying you're expanding horizons. Anyone who expands their horizons, I'm happy for that. You know what I'm saying? And Miss Creole's living another year around the sun is also another blessing. Like it's the little blessings that mean so much to us. Being a sound mind to say, I want more. More, more, more. How do you like it? How do you like it? More, more, more. I want more. I need more. I need education. I mean, in a good way, not just the bullshit crazy with that. But I want to expand my horizons. I want to learn. I want to get something out of this. I want to give something, you know what I'm saying, as well. Like, Mm, I love it. It brings me joy. It brings me joy. You know what I'm saying? To live in your, you know what I'm saying, stuff and do good for yourself. But yeah, I want to thank y'all once again for being here. You know, I love you guys. But as always, y'all know it's not important that I love you. It's more important that you love yourself, you love someone else, you respect yourself, and you definitely respect someone else. And stop. Y'all don't understand how, like, if y'all been here from the very beginning, you don't remember from the very beginning. My first video, I made that statement. I love you guys, but it's not important that I love you. It's more important you love yourself. Da 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 da. I said all that. Y'all don't realize how important that is. And it's in theme with everything that I talk about. Knowing who you are, respecting who you are, loving who you are. And you know, when you do that, you can be able to do that with everybody. Because I can't treat you good if I don't treat myself good. I can't love you if I don't love myself. So when I say it's not important that I love you guys, it's more important that you love yourself and love someone else, I really truly mean that because to me, that's how I live my life. I can't respect you if I don't respect me. I can't love you if I don't love me. So it's not important if someone says, "Oh, I love you, Food John." He was not. Thank you, I appreciate that. But in order for me to really take that in and feel it in through here, I have to be able to say, I truly love and appreciate and respect myself and all of my gifts. I'm not perfect. I'm not the best. I'm just me, and I love every aspect of it. I'm on this journey of perfection. I'm on this journey of spirituality. I'm on this journey of spiritually clout chasing the Lord. And it doesn't mean that it's going to be pretty and, oh God, no, it's not that. That's not me. It means that I'm going to be the best me I'm meant to be. That here comes, that goes the perfect for perfection. That's what that is. I'm not asking to be perfect, but help me be the best perfect person I was meant to be. Speech impediment, dry throat, dry lips, and all. Uh, baby, Miss Creole, I plan on it, baby. I'm planning on it. I plan on it. And I'm preparing for it. I'm preparing for it. I'm preparing for it. Oh my God, I'm sorry to hear that too, Vashti. I'm sorry to hear that, baby. I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that. I mean, I'll be praying for you. I mean, I'll be praying for you. Damn, not one but two. Whew. But y'all have a good night. Y'all run these streets. Be careful. Make sure that you have your knee pads, elbow pads, and your helmets on when you run in these streets, baby, because it's treacherous out there. You have to shield. You know what I'm saying with you. You know what I'm saying. I know. I said we all a little messy. We all a little petty, but be able to engage in something else. You know what I'm saying. Understand that you're worthy to be part of something else besides the mess all the time. But y'all have a great day. Like the video if you haven't liked it already. If you want to, if you were hearing this through a replay, you know what I'm saying? I love y'all as well. If you if you are offended by what I'm saying, that's a you issue, a you problem. The whole arm of God, right? As I said, knee pads, elbow pads, shit. You know what I'm saying? Shoulder pads, a helmet, a shield, baby, the whole thing. Have it all, baby. Have it all on you. But like I said, if you get offended by what I'm saying and if it touched you some kind of way and you feel so inclined to do what you do, please do it. But understand there's no malicious intent in what I'm saying. There's no malicious intent in my heart whatsoever for you. I love all y'all. I want y'all to be safe. I want y'all to be your best. And not only be your best, live your best. And be proud to do that. Don't be ashamed to say shit. I'm the shit. I'm not. I'm the shit. God made me the shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I know. No problem, baby. I'll definitely be praying for you. But yeah, y'all have a great day. Y'all be blessed. I love you all. I said I'm not gonna be on here a lot. I said I come on periodically, what's not, and you may see me in the chat saying hi to people that I say hi to. But for the most part, yeah, my journey is chasing this clout with God. It really is. You know, that's where I'm at right now. I'm on this spiritual clout chase with God, and I'm not only trying to say that I'm perfect and I'm that. Nope. I'm just letting you know I don't got time for the bullshit. And just like I had to correct the troll that dropped down with some nonsense, not really realizing that he was on message, he was on point, he was on brand. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? I still correct the bad behavior when I see it, whatever. But I'm not gonna sit out here being engaged in stuff that I know that I don't need to be engaged in. That have nothing to do with me. That doesn't affect my life for the most positive aspect of it. You know, you have a great day. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you much, Ms. Freya, for being here for, I think from the beginning, who has been here from the beginning, Miss Queenie, and everyone who just came in or coming in and out. I thank you guys. I really do thank you guys. I really do appreciate it because I know there's a lot of mess going on in these streets that people want to be a part of, you know what I'm saying? But I'm part of the spiritual cloud chase right now. So that's all I'm part of, y'all. Y'all have a great day. And like I said, don't allow people to tell you who you are or dictate who you are. You know what I'm saying? Be proud of you yourself as a people. Be proud of who God made you. Be proud of your blackness. Don't allow distractions to distract you from being your blackest. You know what I'm saying? Allow you to be your blackest. Y'all have a great day. This is your boy Food Junkie. I appreciate y'all being here. Thank you so much. Until next time, y'all. I'm out of here. Peace, y'all. Bye.